such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be this hard. I'll take it back to the start.
Let me hear you say you better not kill the groove. Hey, 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 it's murder on the dance floor. But you better not steal the moves, DJ. Gonna turn this house around somehow. If I know that attitude.
I thought of something funnier than 24, 25.
Yeah, all the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me.
We don't sleep when the sun goes down. We don't waste no precious time. All my friends in the loop, making up for teenage crime.
Hey, hey, yeah, yeah.
We don't sleep when the sun goes down. We don't waste no precious time.
I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it is. Not trying to be romantic. I hit it from the back, just so you don't get attached. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it is. Not trying to be romantic. I hit it from the back, just so you don't get attached.
Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty, yes you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you, I swear it's true.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky.
So what you do to me? So what you do to me? So what you do to me? What you do to me? What you do to me?
Sweet Texas, ain't no holding. Lay our cards down. Pocket Lexus, throw your keys up. Go round.
music.
Bad thing, funny hell, biggest fool. Oh my God, that's my baby. Caroline, who did fine, mighty fine. Started really go to time. That's true. Like a pool. Hold it, I'm really lit. It's looking like it's about time to keep up. Caroline, listen up. Don't wanna hear about your horoscope or what the future holds. Shut up and let's get it.
You are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine, oh yeah.
Don't you know I'll lose one toe when you're not next to me? I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see?
You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen.
Don't you know I'll lose one toe when you're not next to me?
Special team, special plays, special players.
Hide away with me some more. You're just a hideaway. You're just a feeling. You let my heart escape beyond me. Don't even I can find a way to stop the storm. Oh, baby, it's out of control. It's going through.
Girl, the way you move it got me in a trance. DJ, turn me up. Ladies, get your jam. I'ma scatter. You gon' know my pain. And I'ma throw this money while you do it with no hands. Girl, drop it to the floor. I love the way you put it, girl. All I wanna do is sit back and watch you move it. I'ma see you do this.
Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Feel like people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. It takes two to break a heart in two. Ooh, baby, you blame me, and baby, I blame you. Ooh,
Now he's thinking about me when I go. Isn't that sweet like this so? So you can sleep, me I know. Understand me, it's been so. Move it up down, right hole. Switch it up like Nintendo. So you can sleep, me I know. Understand me, it's been so.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You guys already know it as always. I mean, you already know what's coming. You already know it is going to be a day that we are absolutely going to crush it. You know it's going to be a day that we are going to bring the fire, bring the energy, bring the electricity, baby. Traders, good morning to everyone. Happy Thursday. What do you guys say if we just crush it right here and right now? Maybe a hot 7 a.m. press release, hot 7:30 a.m. press release, and we absolutely just get dialed in. Traders, at this moment, we have hot news coming out in about 10 seconds. So everyone switch on over to the ARCA LS and let's see what we have. Our position box traders, you guys can see right here, 0 out of 0. But let's see what we get on this day. We might be pulling the trigger pretty early today. I want to see what comes on out. I want to see what type of momentum we get. We do have an agreement on IMRX. IMRX, we do have an agreement just came on out. We also do have MGRX, has the word significant reduction on phase 1. So again, we have a couple press releases that we may want to keep our eyes peeled on right away. That is going to be IMRX, and that is going to be also MGRX. So again, 2 stocks that definitely have potential. Definitely could start spiking, start ripping, start running, start getting all that good stuff as we always want to see. Right now, again, MGRX is only phase 1. It's only phase 1, but at the same time, sometimes, again, these plays can spike. It is going to have strong resistance at around the price of 386. That's the issue right there. 386, it's going to be tough to break back above. So again, you got to have MGRX, definitely a lot of potential, and you have also IMRX potential. Those are the 2 best plays as of now if we do start getting any sort of momentum, if we do start getting any sort of hype. LIPO. Jay Stingle saying not a bad press release. So LIPO already came out with its press release, but LIPO is obviously a beast right now. LIPO already keeping it going. We'll talk about that in 1 second. I just want to see if there's anything else that maybe could steal the show. LIPO talks about granted FDA approval. So LIPO got FDA approval. LIPO, again, starting off its day right now with a nice rip and run, starting off its day with a nice spike at this time. So LIPO still going, FDA approval. Everything else right here, MGRX not really doing too much at this moment, and IMRX right now, basically quick spike and dumping right back on down. Okay, so we obviously will see what else we get coming on up, but right now it is the LIPO show. Deck, what time did this press release come on out? LIPO actually came out with the press release at 6 a.m. this morning, so about an hour ago. 1 hour ago, LIPO came out with news. Now, is that good? Is that bad? Well, it's pretty solid, right? It's fine. I mean, the thing is, the majority of people just aren't going to be awake for this. And that's okay, because you know what? You don't really see a lot of news at the time of 6 o'clock. But you know what? It came on out. LIPO, guess what happened right here? Stock was, again, what? Granted FDA approval. FDA, keyword. Approval, keyword. And that's why the stock is getting some momentum. We also know it's getting momentum because it has such a low float. It's only 651,000 in float. Traders, let's go over the world famous recipe. Just like your mom or your grandma has, again, a world famous cookie, right? Always the best cookies. The thing is, what is the best way to be able to cook up a press release or cook up a breakout? If you want to see a big time breakout, there's a very simple strategy behind it. All right? Very simple, very easy. Everyone listen on up. The same formula, the same recipe happens every time for a breakout. If you want to find the biggest breakouts, the biggest moves, the biggest rips, they all have the same characteristic. Number 1, they're all going to have a low float. Very simple. The float is just the shares offered to the public. What we're always looking for is 10 million and under. So if we could be looking for 10 million and under, that is where these stocks are going to go on the biggest rips and runs. Notice that there's a scanner right above me that says FLT. FLT, 651,000. It's the number 1 top gainer. SBET, we have again 3 million in float. The float, simply enough, is going to be the supply. When we have a low supply, 10 million and under, or an LIPO case, a stock that's up 131%, this stock has less than 1 million. So, low supply, that is going to lead towards a very rapid increase in price when there is high demand. So the other part of this is going to be large volume. If we have low supply and large volume, aka a very large demand, we are going to see what? Prices increase dramatically. That is going to be absolutely great when we have that low float, when we have that large volume. But let's also think about what's going to lead towards the large volume. Well, the only thing that leads to large volume is going to be a hot press release, a hot PR, a reason, a credibility, right? That's what we want. We want a reason as to why these stocks are spiking. So why am I awake every morning at the time of 6:50 in the morning? Why am I awake at 7 a.m.? Why am I awake 2 hours before the stock market even opens? Because this is the time you find some of the best breakouts. This is the time you find some of the best moves. This is the time that you can make the most amount of money. The thing is, traders, when you wake up every single day and you say to yourself, all right, hey, how do I find the best spikers? You got to look for a hot press release. You got to look for large volume. You got to look for a low float. You nail all 3 of these, you're on your way to finding big time breakouts. Give me 1 second right here, traders. 1 moment. Guys, give me one moment. I apologize. Guys, give me one moment. It's snowing at my house right here, so I'm just having a quick little family emergency. Give me 1 second, and I will be right back. All right, traders. We are back. We are ready to go. And we are getting after it. All right, sorry about that, guys. Right now, does anyone here live in, like, Pennsylvania? Right now in Pennsylvania, we're having, like, an ice storm. So, it's pretty icy out there. Whew. And I just need to help. Fiance got stuck there for a second over in the ice. So, I apologize about that, but I just had to go help her on out there. But we are good. We are back, and we are ready to get after it. So, traders, let's see what we have on this day. We already know LIPO. Number one best player, number one best spiker, number one best stock across the board. So, LIPO, just want to share this with everyone because as always, I just want to make sure every single person knows exactly what to be looking at. Now, LIPO talks about FDA approval. When you have FDA approval, there is good, credible reasoning behind that, right? FDA approval is a good press release, right? There's nothing wrong with that at all. But really, again, the big caveat right here is what? It's 1 million in float. When you are under 1 million in float, LIPO, it's going to get a lot of action. LIPO, the stock can go on a very big spike. LIPO, the stock can go on a very big squeeze. So LIPO has gone all the way from 260, starting to work its way up towards around $6. Is there anything else at all? AMPS just had a little bit of a spike. Let's just see right here real quickly. AMPS, 9 minutes ago, it's going to get acquired. So again, AMPS guys said it's going to get acquired. You can actually cross this off the list because whenever you get acquired at a certain price. AMPS, let me again grab this. I'll screenshot it, bring it on over for you guys. AMPS just stated right here that it is going to get acquired at a certain price. Now, what is that price for anyone who does not know? Take a look. It is going to be acquired at $5 per share. This means it will not go above $5 all day. Okay? So there's no reason to trade AMPS at all at this moment. It's not going to go above $5 in any sort of way. Just get my bearings right here. Starting off the day. Wanted to make sure everyone's all set, ready, rock and roll. Next thing you know, I'm pushing trucks out of ice. What a way to kick off this day, huh? doing everything right. Doing everything you need to do. And the next thing you know, you're outside pushing trucks out of ice. All right, so traders, LIPO is the clear-cut number one play right now, and it does not look like it is slowing on down. So, Dek, what can we do on LIPO? Well, what I would suggest is at this moment, let's see where the VWAP's at, right? Let's see where the VWAP's at. Let's see where the VWAP is again, making money for traders. We can go from here. So, again, next possible dip buy and bounce play would be probably closer back down towards around like that 525 mark. That just seems like it's the safest. That would be right above the VWAP. And on top of that, you do have an old platform, old spiking high, old spiking high. Now, if this thing does keep on going, could we see maybe some sort of like uptrend behind this? Well, we do have an uptrend back on down towards around 550. So the thing is, regardless, it doesn't matter if, again, you like this play, if you dislike this play, if you want to buy it, if you want to look for a dip buy, regardless, it kind of comes on down to the pure fact that this stock right here has to, again, continue to hold. This stock needs to continue to, again, move itself on up. When we take a look over on LIPO, no matter what, it's going to have an uptrend, but you shouldn't be buying at the very tippity top. Wait for a little bit of a pullback, then get involved into it. It's just a safer move. This is what I also like as well. It's a little bit slow and steady. Yes, there has been some very nice moves on up, but it has been overall very slow, very steady, very solid. So LIPO, not too bad whatsoever. So just want to kind of, again, get myself back to where I want to be. LIPO, clear cut number one. SBET, don't need this play at this moment. This stock's just fading and falling. AMPS got bought out at the price of $5. Don't need it. APPS, stock is just moving sideways. IVVD, this is again a back-to-back-to-back top gainer. You guys can see right here, IVVD, top gainer, top gainer, top gainer, and looking for another spike here today. So IVVD, remember yesterday, guys, we were looking at top gaining plays such as like CPIX. Remember how CPIX was one of the best spikes yesterday morning? CPIX is also still trying to hold its gains right now, right? You guys can see it was a top gainer over on Tuesday, top gainer over on Wednesday, trying to become a top gainer right here and right now, okay? So the thing is, LIPO, number one, clear-cut best stock. Dek, if you want to get filled on this play, where do you want to get filled at? Probably back on down, I would say closer towards around 525. Other than that, that's the main play of the day. You might want to keep your eyes peeled over on some previous top gainers, such as IVVD and such as CPIX. Those ones you guys can definitely continue to keep your eyes peeled on as well. All right? So that's where, again, the money's at. Woo! All right, glad we got that cleared on up so everyone is all good. Now, it's only 7:12 in the morning. How's the market looking? How's everyone feeling today? We take a look over on the S&P 500. Let's see where we got here. S&P 500 basically sitting normal, having maybe the slightest little, no, it had a gap up and now coming right back on down. So really at this moment, nothing really happened. You guys could see over on CNBC, it says stock futures are little changed after the latest batch of earnings reports, live updates. So the thing is, stocks are little changed at this moment. Is there anything big over on CNBC? Post mixed quarterly earnings. Bank of England restarts monetary easing, cutting rates to 4.5%. MicroStrategy unveils new name, reports accelerated Bitcoin purchasing in fourth quarter. All right. So, all right, traders, this is what I need. Whenever I get into the flow of it every single morning, I like to stay in the flow of it, right? So it's nice at this time I can go, all right, I'm all caught up. LIPO is the number one top gainer. IVVD is a previous top gainer. CPIX is a previous top gainer. Nothing important going on in the market right now. Now, we just have to do what? We just have to wait. See where, again, hype comes in next. See where, again, the momentum comes in next. And really, again, get this day started. Get this day started. That's what I want. Now, traders, I will just throw this out here. I highly doubt it. But I will state, if for some reason or another my computer turns off or all of a sudden it's a blank screen, if that ever did happen for some reason, just a little heads up for you guys. We are having like an ice storm right now over in Pennsylvania. I highly doubt that anything would happen. But if all of a sudden I just disappear, it's most likely because my power just went out. So we're working on it. Other than that, NVIDIA, little bit of a pop back on up. Now, NVIDIA, could that have been the bottom? Right on down towards around that 113 mark. Could that have been the absolute BEA beautiful bottom as the stock goes from 113, starts spiking its way up towards around that 125 mark? NVIDIA, I want to see this thing charge. I want to see AI back. I want to see AI start ripping and running. So 714 in the market right now. Let's just get some updates, see what's happening. So traders, check this out. What is going to be the hot trend of 2025? Team, this is a very important question. I think this is a fun question to ask ourselves as well as we wait for hot news. Gets us thinking, gets us stepping outside of our comfort zone. I think we've all asked ourselves this question before. What is going to be the hottest trend of 2025? Well, here's a list of potential hot trends that we want to be thinking about on, is this where the boom's going to be? We all want to try to find the next Nvidia. We all want to try to find the next Palantir. We all want to try to find that next Bitcoin-like investment. Well, obviously those are going to be 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000, 1 in potentially a million. But where can we look right now that's going to increase our odds to be able to make as much money as possible going into 2025? Let's see what the first section is. Number 1 is going to be AI. Artificial intelligence is a field of science that uses technology to create machines that can learn, reason, and act like humans. Traders, we already know the AI sector has been hot. This should not be a surprise to absolutely anyone. AI, if that's NVIDIA, if that's AMD, if that's SMCI, if that's TSM, also throw on that list Palantir. We could also think about software and cybersecurity with AI, CrowdStrike. We could be talking about electricity, data centers, liquid cooling, VST, NVT, BWTX. We are again talking about all different plays over in AI. Is AI going to stay hot as we go into 2025? Well, that's one section. Let's go to the next one. What about autonomous vehicles, autonomous driving? So what is autonomous vehicles? What is autonomous driving? It is that a vehicle or a car or a truck can be able to drive by itself. You jump in the seat, you type in where you want to go, it follows the speed limits, it has sensors all around it. It's going to take you to your destination in a better, quicker, faster, safer manner, right? Where everyone on the road is safer. Everyone's better. Everyone is, again, get in these vehicles. All the sensors is going to keep everyone safe and avoiding human error. This could be the future. The future where we have self-driving vehicles, where people can't text and drive, where people can't make human mistake, where people can't fall asleep behind the wheel, where people can't drink and drive, where people can't speed, where people can't run through red lights or run through stoplights, which again leads towards accidents and death. We don't want that at all. So as we make the shift to, again, self-driving vehicles, are more people going to start buying those over and over and over and over and over? I mean, that could be absolutely massive. Think about, again, the semi-truck industry for self-driving vehicles. Companies that load up these semi-trucks and don't have to worry about a truck driver and say, hey, program it to go to Pennsylvania to California. And guess what? It's more time efficient. You know why? Robots don't have to sleep. Guess what? They're not going to get drowsy. Not going to get in that accident every now and then. We don't want that, especially as a business owner, right? So guess what? Autonomous vehicles. Could this start taking on off? Tesla, General Motors, Google, Aurora Innovations. These are all, again, some autonomous vehicles companies that we might want to be looking at. What about next? Robotics. Could robotics be the next big thing? Well, traders, robotics. This could be so much. But I know, again, when we're thinking about robotics, I know a lot of people are excited for what? Humanoids. What's a humanoid? A humanoid is going to be a robot that looks just like a human. Traders, I know, again, some people are like, oh, I would have never get a robot. I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to make a prediction that in 40 years from now, every single person is going to have a personal robot just like it's a dog. You know, I'll tell you right now, I personally would love it. I would personally love to be able to wake up and there's a robot there that cooks me breakfast. And then it also cleans my house. And it also folds my laundry. And it also can play with my dog when he's getting a little too rambunctious and getting a little too crazy. And I'm busy doing something else. Right? The thing is, that's what people want. People want a personal robot to do the laundry, to clean the house, to pick up the kids or whatever. And that's obviously the ultimate goal. But with AI, with these chips, sure, this is still, I would say, at least 10 years away. But some people are saying you got to invest now. Invest now because the next trillion-dollar company will be, again, the next robotics company. What else do we have here? Space exploration. Space exploration is the science of going to space and beyond Earth's atmosphere. We have seen this market absolutely explode, haven't we? We have seen Rocket Lab go on big spikes. We have seen Redwire, who creates rocket parts, go on big spikes. Lunar. Now, traders, what is really space exploration? It is going to be the first company to consistently and cost efficiently, launch rockets into space. If you do not know, the majority of these blue chip companies want their own servers. They don't want to be sharing servers with another company or this satellite or this satellite. Within the next 10 years, they plan on every single blue chip company or every Fortune 500 company have their own server in space, have their own satellite in orbit. Well, who's going to put their satellite up there? Is it going to be SpaceX, or could it be Rocket Lab, or RDW, or LUNR? Those are, again, things that we want to be thinking about. What else do we have here? Quantum computing. We've talked about quantum computing before, but that's IONQ, RGTI, QBTS. Quantum computing is basically supercomputers. Computers that can be able to go through algorithms. Computers that can be able to give you answers that might take us years to figure out within seconds. So, they're building them right now. But how long until they're actually efficient? Just like robotics. Robotics and having a humanoid, just like rockets. How long until we actually start going deeper into space? There's always the how long. There's always the when is this actually going to be happening? But quantum computing had a very nice spike in 2024. Could that be what's about to come as we head into 2025? Last but not least, cryptocurrency. Traders, we know crypto has had some very hot trends before. We've seen Bitcoin up over $100,000 before. We have seen that when the crypto world gets hot, a lot of stocks such as, we could take a look, MARA, RIOT, COIN, right? MicroStrategy, MSTR. When crypto gets hot, a lot of things can go absolutely crazy, especially with Bitcoin. So traders, this is what I want you guys to realize right now. Right now, as we're talking out loud, right now as we're thinking, which one stood out the most to you? Which one do you think is going to be the 2025 trend? Is it going to be crypto? Is it going to be quantum computing? Is it going to be space exploration? Is it going to be robotics? Is it going to be autonomous vehicles? Is it going to be artificial intelligence? Or is there anything that I missed? Is there anything that I missed right here? Is there anything that, again, you say to yourself, oh man, hey, Dek, you got to put this on or this on or this on. But this is over from Fox Runner. And these are, again, all definitely great potential items that you might want to be thinking about as we head into 2025. So, pretty neat, pretty cool. Definitely think, all these could be able to spike and rip and run at some point here, traders. What else do we have here? Earnings today. We have LLY, RBLX, Amazon. Ooh, Amazon tonight, guys. Amazon, big one tonight. And then Elf Beauty Products. Probably the biggest one tonight is going to be Amazon. Amazon expectations. If you guys are an Amazon trader, you guys can go ahead and check this on out. All the expectations that they are expecting going into today. Okay? So make sure you guys go ahead and check those on out. Let me put this back and let's get ready because we're only about 8 minutes away. 8 minutes away until the next possible rip and run, spike and climb, big hype, big momentum, big action. Wake us up! Oh, that's what I want. T. Mitch says, Dex, CJMB, new IPO getting a spike. Ooh, look at this. CJMB, new IPO getting a little bit of spiking and loving. All right. Could all of a sudden we start getting a little bit excited over here? Look at this, guys. CJMB right here, brand new IPO, starting to get a little bit of a squeeze. Could that thing start breaking $10 and start taking on off? Look at this, though. As fast as this play goes on up is as fast as it goes on down. What do you guys think about CJMB right now? Oh, man, this is one of those plays that is just so risky, but obviously can make you so much money. It's one of those plays that's so risky, but can just make you so much money in such a quick amount of fashion. This stock just started spiking. Just 3 minutes ago, CJMB. 3 minutes ago, CJMB started taking on off. Look at this play. CJMB, guys, right now. I am not in on this play right now. I am not in over on CJMB, but as you guys can see at this moment, look at all the traders that are, again, just bum rushing over towards the stock. It's a scary one. Don't get me wrong. This is a scary play. And the reason why it's so scary is we don't know anything about this stock. It's just a brand new IPO that came out yesterday that now traders are saying, hey, maybe this one can go nuts. Maybe this one can go crazy. Maybe this one is going to bring in a lot of buying volume. Maybe this one's going to bring in a lot of action. So, CJMB, definitely want to make sure that we're on top of this play. Let's go ahead. Is there any sort of news on CJMB right now? CJMB. Just talking about new IPO, right? Just saying like, CJMB, new IPO right here. Let me actually share this so everyone is just fully aware of CJMB. Thank you for the heads up over there as well, T. Mitch. Appreciate you, big dog. But this is by far the most active play. It's a little bit of a gamble if you want to pull the trigger. If you want to pull the trigger, I'm just being straight up with you. It's a little bit of a gamble. But this play has gone from $4 and spiked up to $10.80. Could this play again go up even higher? Could this play go even crazier? Could this play go on a big time rip and run? 100% it can. So let me again just make sure that we're all set, ready to rock and roll here. We got a lot of good action today. I think that there's going to be a lot of potential over on this day. I think, again, we're going to see a lot of ripping, a lot of running, a lot of pops, a lot of climbs. And we are, again, seeing a lot of good hype right off the rip. That's it. That's always my favorite thing. One of my favorite things about being part of this chat, being part of this community, being part of is we never miss a play. Sometimes traders always ask me, they say, Dek, how do you find stocks so quickly? And yes, I do use scanners. Yes, sometimes, again, I'm watching certain plays. But other times, I'm just going to be frank with you. Other times, it's because people in chat notice them. Other times, it's because, again, this user will say, hey, Dek, check out this play. And the thing is, wow, that's awesome. That's great, right? Because when you are part of a big community like Tradecaster and you're here with all of us, you don't miss any stocks. You don't miss any plays. It's not like, again, anything's going to pass us by that we are not going to be fully aware of. And that's what I want you guys to understand. One of the greatest things about being part of watching these YouTube live streams and being part of Tradecaster or whatnot is we have such a large community. Whenever anything spikes, you can always find it. That could be shorting it at $10 plus. That could be, again, looking for a breakout at $10 plus. It could be whatever, right? So I do want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. So again, take a look right here. CJMB starting to work itself back on up, trying to get a little bit more hype and momentum. So who was the first person to put up CJMB? I think Bones and T-Mitch. Bones might have been the first one, and then T-Mitch. And I saw some people over on YouTube as well. Ferrat Salik, Magnus Book. Nice job. So again, awesome job being able to find some of these plays so quickly. Awesome work. I love that. I absolutely love that. Traders, we only got 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's get ready to rock.
When I had you to myself, I didn't want you around. Those pretty faces always made you stand out in a crowd. But someone picked you from the bunch. One glance was all it took. Now it's much too late for me to take a second look.
Hey, go, Holly Berry, or Hallelujah. Pick your poison, tell me what you do. Everybody go respect the shoe, but the one in front of the gun lives forever.
Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Won't you please let me back in your heart? Oh, darling, I was glad to let you.
All right, traders, here we go. We got about 1 minute here, and then we're going to be getting ourselves going. Waking on up on this day, getting ourselves rocking and rolling. CJMB. We've had 2 big spikes so far today. If that's been CJMB or LIPO, both plays have been, again, very solid. Both plays have been very hot. Both plays are, again, stocks that we want to be focused on and looking at. All right, traders, let's get dialed on in. Remember, if you guys see anything on some of these plays, get ready to attack it. Little heads on up. There are shares available to short on CJMB. There are shares to be able to jump on in on CJMB and say, hey, you know what, Dek, I'm going to short this. I would say if CJMB comes back on down to somewhere in like the 750s, I think that would be actually a pretty decent area to be able to pull the trigger. If nothing comes out at 7 o'clock, nothing comes out at 7:30, you might want to go ahead and take a look at maybe on CJMB. See if you can get that bounce play back up to $10, right? Sometimes, not always, guys, but sometimes you do see low float stocks go crazy. Sometimes, again, new IPO low float plays do start going nuts. So new IPO plays definitely can step up and start going really wild and really crazy. Remember, there's no limits. There's like no rules on them. Here we go, traders. 7:30's here. We have looking around. New York investment positive. Nope. All right, still again watching. Still waiting on everything. Completes phase 2. PTN completes phase 2. Doesn't say, again, positive results, just says completes. QNTM, this was a previous spiker. QNTM, guys, also still holding its gains. Every play that was a previous top gainer from Tuesday is still holding its gains today. CPIX, IVVD, right? QNTM. These are all plays that are actually still holding their gains at this moment. Like all these plays are still pretty solid. So again, could these continue to keep on going? Can these continue to keep on ripping and running? Guys, little heads on up. CJMB starting to fade on down a little bit. Would anyone be interested on a possible dip buy over on CMGB? You know, as this stock, you know, comes back on down towards around some bottoms. I wouldn't be opposed towards it. If again, CJMB ever again, I just had a little drop on down towards around that 760-ish mark. This is a play, again, CJMB, that I definitely think has potential to be able to squeeze, to be able to pop, to be able to go back up to $5. And especially if there's no news. Now, I just want to be open, honest, credible, and transparent. I am not in on anything at this moment. My position box is 0 out of 0. 0 to 0 at this time. But we don't have anything at this moment. We don't have anything going on big time spikes, rips, or runs. I do think if, again, CJMB can find some bottom support right around that like 750-ish area, you could be able to make some nice money. So if, again, you could be able to, again, get a dip buy and then work yourself back up towards around $9, you could be able to make some nice cash. You could be able to make some nice money. Right now, there still is no news over on this play. We are watching. We are waiting. We're kind of seeing what's going to be coming on up here next. All right. So let's see what we get. If anything over on CJMB, I'm going to slowly look to add shares. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am definitely going to slowly look to add shares if I can over on again CJMB. I will tell you right now, I'm going to look to add shares between probably this line and then probably towards like this line. This would be like my happy area to maybe just do like 500 shares and give it a chance. Do 250 shares and give it a chance. So I'm just giving you guys that heads up right now that this is going to be like this whole entire area. This is going to be like my happy area where I can go ahead, look to be able to pull the trigger and be able to jump in. But I will say right now, and I'm throwing this out here for everyone because I don't want anyone to be like, oh, Dek, you didn't tell me about CGMB. CGMB near $8 is a great little starting point if you want to give it a chance. It's a high risk trade. There's no way around that. I cannot say you will make money on this play. It's a high risk play. But when I see a stock go all the way from $4 and spike up towards near $11, and I see that we have gone on a $7 climb in the matter of what, 4 minutes, and I see a brand new IPO, it does say to me, oh wow, hey, things can start getting exciting. Things can start really moving very well. Oh wow, things can start, going crazy once again. So if we can get any sort of buying momentum back up towards the upside, if we can get any sort of hype back up towards the upside, you can definitely make some money. So I would love to do maybe, again, some small shares here, do a little bit of large shares right here with, again, an overall stop loss right here. So traders, just a heads up for you guys, definitely something that I would be watching and being aware of over this next 30 minutes. Okay? Does that make sense, everyone? Want to make sure that everyone completely understands that. Now, this is also going to be another little tricky play. Now, the reason why I'm going to say it's a tricky play is because of why. Traders, I understand. I'm in a position, we have hundreds of people that are currently watching. If I say right now, everyone go buy CJMB, guess what CJMB is going to do most likely? It's going to spike right on up, and then it's going to come dumping right back on down. It's going to basically turn into a pump and dump, right? So I don't ever want to put that alert out there that says, oh, everyone go buy CJMB. No, I'm not going to do that. CJMB, I'm going to say it right now. This is a play that has high risk. If you want to slowly scale in on this play and give it a chance, do it. But if you don't feel comfortable, don't do it at all. Okay? So just again, heads on up. It's a play that's up to you. Slow and steady scale in if you guys want to, but I'm not going to turn this play into any sort of pump and dump where everyone's going to take losses and everyone's going to lose and everyone's going to hate each other. So if you like it, go after it. That's the end of CJMB right there. Okay? Want to make sure that you guys all understand that. Now, let's see what else we have here. Guys, LIPO starting to move itself on up a little bit. LIPO trying to get a little bit of hype. LIPO trying to get a little bit momentum. Now, the thing is, LIPO is going to be hitting this purple line around 630 as a strong resistance line. Okay? So I want to see LIPO. Want to make sure that you guys are all set. To do Josh, Dek, do you mind sharing what new streamer you have? Been looking for a good one. Yep, this one right here. This is Fox Runner. So again, this is a Fox Runner news scanner. This is what I've been using every single day. Has, again, some pretty cool features as well. Congressional trading, news alerts, all news filings, trading insights, things like that. Shows us all the politician data. So again, I use Fox Runner. So you can go ahead and check that on out. No other big news right now, though. No other big news at 7:30. Again, that's my biggest fear right now, is that we don't get anything hot. We don't get anything crazy. We don't get any sort of big hot ripper, runner, spiker, climber. Like, we don't get anything crazy. I want to see a crazy move. I want to see a crazy spike. I want to see some crazy next leg on up. I want to go crazy today, guys. That's what I want to do. I want to go crazy today. I want to see, again, some crazy action, momentum. I want to jump in on some plays, and I want to see some things go nuts. All right? So LIPO, not too much right now. CJMB right now. CJMB, guys, is dumping. CJMB, you guys don't even need that play right now. Again, CJMB, you would only want this stock is if it can hold its gains. Like CJMB, Deck, when would it become viable again? When would it become a chance? It would only be a chance if it can get back above 750 now, okay? So again, down towards 650, it's not even worth their time. Down towards $6, it's done. So if you're in on this play, cut out and move on. This is not even worth their time right now, because CJMB, your biggest fear right now is it's about to go on a big time spike and just give everything right on back. So the thing is, traders, you do not want to get involved in CJMB unless it does what? Probably get back above 750. Needs to hold around that 750 mark. That's like that candle to candle transition, and then spike its way back on up. So remember, team, this is why I'm not kind of focused on this one. It's just too high of risk. It might go all the way up to $10 plus again today, or it might do absolutely nothing. So it's up to you. Do you want to gamble this morning? Do you want to give it a chance to gamble this morning? If you do, go ahead and pull the trigger. If you don't, stay away from it. Easy as that. LIPO, still watching this one, looking for that next leg. CJMB, LIPO, still the number 1 and number 2 plays. Number 1 and number 2 plays, guys. LIPO and CJMB. Got to see some dip buys. AMPS, remember, guys, you do not need this at all. Remember, traders, this is a very common pattern you see. You see a monster spike and then everything moves sideways. This is all because of why, right? When you take a look over on this play, like LIPO, not LIPO, excuse me. What was the stock that I'm looking at right now? AMPS, excuse me. When you guys take a look over on AMPS, guess what? AMPS, click news. What is right here? AMPS says that it has an agreement to be acquired. There's a difference between going to acquire and being acquired. When you acquire another company, your stock usually spikes and continues to spike as you're gaining the assets. You're gaining the cash flow. You're gaining the revenue. You're gaining the employee. You're gaining it all, right? Now, when you get acquired, you must understand that you get acquired at a certain price. So what's that certain price? You get acquired at $5 per share. So this company is getting bought out at $5 per share, which means that's what it's worth. Traders, there is no reason for anyone to buy this stock above $5 per share. No reason whatsoever. Why would you buy it more than what it's cost? So again, AMPS, it won't go above $5 today, most likely. Most likely, AMPS is just going to be sitting right next to $5 at this time, and that's it. Okay? So the thing is, traders, if there's a gallon of milk in the store, and it's, let's say, $4.95, would you give the cashier $6 for it? No, you give them $4.95. Same exact thing with AMPS. AMPS is not worth more than $5 per share. That's all, right? So I do want to make sure that you guys fully understand that and you guys are gauging that concept, okay? Let's see what else we have here. Let's stay alert. LIPO, make sure we're good. Also, what are all the previous top gainers? Can you make a list for us? Previous top gainers to watch, right? These are still holding their gains. So previous top gainers to watch that are still holding their gains. Guys, what are the ones that we all want to be looking at right now? Number 1, we want to be looking at CPIX. CPIX is a previous top gainer, spiked on up, gap up, spiked on up. CPIX has potential to turn into back to potentially back top gainers today. CPIX, definitely want to be watching that one. What else do we have here? IVVD. Traders, take a look at IVVD right now. Here's again a top gainer to another top gainer to gapping up right now to another top gainer. So IVVD, we want to be watching that play. Now, what else do we want to be watching? What else do we want to be focusing on? Well, we also want to be looking at QNTM. QNTM, traders. This was a top gainer to a top gainer to now gapping up again to another top gainer. So QNTM. So we do have a lot of possibilities right here where we do have previous top gainer where we can get spiking. These are all plays that could possibly bring in some momentum. These are all plays that could be able to bring in some hype. These are all plays that could be able to get some good action behind it. So these are stocks that I would say keep your eyes peeled on. We'll go from there and see if that stock starts getting any sort of better momentum or hype. Now, traders, I'm also going to bring up this right now. I know I'm just kind of like talking spitballing to you guys. NVT right now, sitting at 63.69. Deck, why are you bringing up NVT? This is one of my stocks in my long-term portfolio. Came out with the earnings today. Now, the earnings good? Are the earnings bad? What's going on with the earnings? You can see little drop, little spike, little drop, sitting exactly where it's at. Well, NVT actually came out with inline estimates. They weren't bad, they weren't good. So basically what we had right here is NVT, the consensus was going to be that they come out with an EPS of 67 cents per share. What did they come out with? 67 cents per share. So it's not like they blew out earnings, but they didn't do any bad earnings. They did exactly what they thought they were going to do, right? Quarter revenue grow 7% and 9%. So the thing is, traders, are they good? Yes. Are they moving up? Yes. Is it again, right online? Yes. They didn't beat earnings, but they didn't miss earnings. They basically just went right online, which probably means they'll slowly move on up towards like $65 if anything. So the thing is, traders, just want to make sure you guys understand that. I was watching those NVT earnings this morning, see if anything big was going to come out of that. They basically just reached estimates and just are sitting on estimates, and that's it. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's see the big spiker of the day. Let's see the big mover of the day. Let's see some big action on the day. Let's see where some hype is coming through on the day. And remember, it's all about making sure you're prepared. It's all about making sure you understand what's coming on up here. Number one play as of now is LIPO still. LIPO is, again, we are watching and seeing if we're going to squeeze on up towards around that 650 mark. That's where we want. Can we squeeze and spike? Notice we're getting rejected. Where at? We are getting rejected at this moment at the old spiking highs, right? You can see bounce, 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 get rejected at not only old spiking highs, but getting rejected at the old trend line. The trend line is where we bounced off at the past. When we bounce off at the past, this is where we're going to be holding up resistance. Bounce, 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 crack underneath this line. Here's resistance right here, right? So that's what we all want to understand. That's what we all want to be seeing here. LIPO is still a great play. LIPO is still moving on up. LIPO is still building higher lows. If it comes back on down, dip buy and bounce play at the VWAP. If it spikes on up, has room to run towards, again, this uptrend area. CJMB, again, CJMB traders needs to get back probably above 750 to start again being kind of like viable again. If it can start squeezing and spiking, then maybe again we could start seeing some hype. This is again one that I will say a bajillion times. CJMB can make you tons of money today, but it's going to be nothing more than a gamble. I cannot say what, guys. I cannot say, hey guys, let's all take a look over on CJMB and go ahead and look at the past chart history pattern. Let's look at the spikes in the past. Let's look at the dip buys in the past. Let's look at old upper shadows. Why can't I do that? Because there are none. Literally, CJMB opened up yesterday. There is no past chart history pattern. So I am not saying you can't buy the stock, but I'm saying when you do buy it, or if you buy it, just note it's a random gamble and we are hoping for the best. Okay? Makes sense? So could this play go up to $100 today? Sure it can. It could also go right back down to 4. Okay? So please note that. AMPS. Or excuse me, IVVD, previous top gainer as we've talked about before, right? We had very nice spike, previous top gainer, having a nice gap up. AMPS, cross it off your list. Do not even look at this play for the rest of the day. This one is just sitting at $5, right? All day. SPET, not too much there. APPS, not too much there. And then we're all set. So we have a stock with good news, going to run into probably 650, get rejected. If it drops, VWAP bounce. We have a stock that's a little bit more of a gamble, but could turn into something massive. IVVD, previous top gainer. These are the stocks that you guys might want to be keeping your eyes peeled on. Want to see if this is going to be getting any sort of momentum behind it. Reese, Deck, is this considered higher lows yet on CJMB or needs more time and movement? It would have to be more time and movement. This is, again, this is not higher lows. So just a little heads up. If anything, again, you got to go from the top. For me, this looks like, lower highs, right? So I know it's very simple, and I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to take a guess, Reese, that you're in on this play right now. And I know, again, when you're in on a play, you want to always say to yourself, oh, it's building higher lows. Oh, it's building this. It's building that. When in reality, just take a look at the play, right? Just take a step back and say, is it building higher lows or lower highs? Ever since we had the top spike, it's just been fading all the way back on down. But again, I'm not against you. I want this play to squeeze and spike and run back up to the VWAP. I want this play to go crazy and start getting a lot of momentum. But as of now, again, we can't make up our own images in our mind. Stock had a monster spike towards the upside. Stock has a monster drop here towards the downside, right? Where would, again, things start changing? If it could get above $8. If it could get above $8, I would say, hey, you know what? This could definitely start getting some more hype. This could start getting some more momentum. So $8 is going to be some strong resistance over there. Little heads on up. RDDT. RDDT right here. Reddit. Reddit just says, again, it got on Reddit to a neutral rating. Not bad, not good. Reddit's been a nice, steady climber. Look at Reddit. Reddit's gone from $76 to $225. So Reddit from $75 to $225 now. So LIPO, a little bit like of one of these arches right here. I want to see if this fades on down. If it starts getting weaker, 530 is going to be the first probably good dip buy. Now, traders, remember, when in doubt, best dip buy could always be the VWAP, right? Notice, VWAP bounce here, VWAP bounce here. It's just that's a very easy way to trade. When you have a top gaining stock, not just some random play that spikes very quickly, not some random play that you find with low volume, not some random stock that you just came across, but a top gainer on the day. A top gainer on the day with the most momentum, with the most hype, with the most action, with the most eyes towards it. Usually the VWAP area is always going to be one of, if not the best areas for dip buys. Okay? So it's a very simple way to be able to trade every single day. Okay, very simple way to be able to trade every single day. Wake on up, find again some big spikes, find some good momentum, and say, hey, you know what? Let's see if this play can start going a little bit crazy. Traders, right now, I'm enjoying being here with all you guys. We have at this moment nearly 400 people over on YouTube. And guys, we have 57 likes. If we do not get over 150 likes within the next 30 seconds, I'm turning off my YouTube live stream. I'm going straight over to Enrique in the kitchen. He's whipping me up a beef Wellington, and I'm just going to sit there for the next 3 hours and enjoy a beef Wellington cooked by my personal chef. Smash the thumbs on up right now. You have literally 20 seconds until I'm out of here and eating a beef Wellington. There's a small part of me that maybe says, hey, Dek, we don't even want the likes right here. Let me go ahead and enjoy myself a breakfast whipped on up by a personal chef. Oh, he's the best. He's the best in the business. Enrique. Best in the business. Let's get ourselves again excited. That's all I want to do. I want to get myself excited today. I want to get myself going today. I want to get myself motivated today. Right now, trader CJMB, a little drop. LIPO still watching. IVVD. These are all the top plays, guys. Previous top gainer. CJMB, LIPO. All the top dogs. S&P 500, not really doing too much right now. S&P 500, I like the slow and steady climb. Slow and steady climb over on the S&P 500. How's NVIDIA looking right now? NVIDIA getting a little bit of hype back on up towards around that 13 EMA. We want to see if that can start pushing. We want to see if that can start getting some momentum. We want to see if that can start getting a little bit more hype behind it. We already looked at all the earnings today as well. Gone over those to see if we were going to get any sort of big earnings reports coming on out. So again, we take a look over on our earnings right here. Let's scroll on down. Earnings on today. Remember, LLY, Roblox. Those are the big ones before the market. Peloton, Hershey. Later on tonight after the close, Amazon, Elf, Cloudflare, Affirm. These are all, again, plays that we could be keeping our eyes peeled on going in the future. Right? Amazon, Elf, Cloudflare. We'll keep our eyes peeled on this. Traders, let's see if there's been any sort of new entries for some congressional traders. So right now, team, we actually, again, I made a video on this earlier. But what we have is Nancy Pelosi She makes all of her purchases every year in January. So guys, little heads on up. For anyone who does not know, Nancy actually bought so far 5 stocks in 2025. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I actually don't think you guys can even see them because I'm blocking them. Yeah, I'm literally blocking them perfectly. There they are. There they are. These are, again, the stocks that she bought. If you guys do not know, let me get out of the way here. She bought NVIDIA. She bought another 1-year option contract. So again, Nancy Pelosi bought with about $500,000, probably more towards the upper half. She again bought a 1-year options contract, a call contract on NVIDIA that got purchased at January 13th. So buy, aka call contract. That's all she does. She does options. And then she bought this over on January 13th. Now, what you guys can actually see over on NVIDIA, since January 13th, I mean, she's in on her option contract somewhere around 143. Like this, that's not good for Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi putting in nearly $500,000 and being down right now almost $20. Hey, that's a little scary, right? Is she gonna pull some crazy moves and start making some things go nuts? What about Amazon? Amazon, 1-year contract, $500,000 as well. And she got in, right, January 13th. How's Amazon been since January 13th? January 13th, she got in at literally the lowest day. She got in at the best day possible on Amazon. She bought in at the best day possible on Amazon on January 13th, right next to the 50-day moving average, right around 215, and it's up 237. So basically, she crossed off her loss on NVIDIA. She's making it over on Amazon. What about Google? Google, January 13th, she got in right here at the price of 193-ish. It's again sitting at around the price of 190. So almost even, maybe slightly in the red. The one she got hurt on, I think the most so far, VST. VST, January 13th. She bought in at the price of 162-ish. It's at 173. So never mind, she's actually in the green at this moment. Okay? And then this one was the stupidest one, guys. TEM. Take a look at this one. TEM. This is the dumbest one yet. Watch this. TEM, she got in anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000. And she got in January 13th. Guys, TEM, January 13th was when it hit a 52-week low. She bought in at $30. It's now at $70. She literally might be the greatest stock trader to ever live in our lives. Now, Dek, why is she so good? Why is she the greatest stock trader to ever live? Because, again, all she does is she buys a stock, and then it's like, oh, it's a coal company she just bought. The next day, she goes to Congress, and she goes, hey, guys, let's approve coal. Okay, I guess we'll approve coal today. She goes ahead and she buys a water rights company in California and goes, hey, guys, you know, we don't have enough water in California. Let's go ahead and pass this bill, give them $20 million. Okay. I mean, every single day, it's like the same exact thing. Every single time, it's the same exact thing. Michael, Dek, just curious, why didn't you trade LIPO? Great question. So again, why didn't I trade LIPO? Because again, LIPO came out with the press release at 6 a.m. in the morning. So the thing is, if you're asking me right now, well, Dek, why didn't I get myself involved in LIPO right here? LIPO, I got it because I didn't even wake up this morning. I didn't walk over to my computer until 7 a.m. So again, where is 7 a.m. at this time? 7 a.m. is after this big spike. So basically, I started my day where at? I started my day here over, I was not even awake yet. Okay. So just a little heads on up here over, I wasn't even awake. This right here is where I am awake. Now, the majority of today has been just kind of sideways. We finally just started spiking a little bit. So again, LIPO is the best stock so far today. LIPO is the stock that everyone's focusing on. LIPO is, again, the number one play. But you're asking, you know, why didn't I jump in? I'm just being very honest with you. Why didn't I jump in at 3? Why didn't I jump in at 4? Why didn't I jump in at 5? Why didn't I jump in at these areas? Well, I was sleeping like the majority of you guys. I set my alarm every morning around 6:20. So the thing is, this is when I woke up and I was still sleeping. I walked over to my computer and it was kind of moving sideways here. We finally just started getting a breakout, which definitely makes it a little bit more intriguing to us at this moment, right? Finally starting to get a little bit more intriguing now. Little heads on up, traders. CJMB, what do you guys think? Is CJMB done with? So CJMB, We watched it. We were looking at it. We were going to see if this thing was going to start going crazy. Man, I kind of wanted this one to go on a nuts rip and run. Unfortunately, not now. LIPO is where the buying volume is at. LIPO is where the momentum's at. LIPO is where, again, traders are getting themselves involved in. Samuel, say, should I sell LIPO right now? I'm up $2. Oh, I mean, so the thing is, if you're shorting, if you're buying LIPO and you're up $2, I think you have a little bit more room to run, to be honest with you. But I would always say there is never harm to take profits when you have them. 750 is a strong natural resistance line. It will not be easy to break. There is a chance that you pull back on down towards around the price of 650 before you get a bounce play. If I were you and you're up $2 and let's say you have hypothetically 1,000 shares, sell 500 right now. Sell 250 right now. Why not guarantee yourself some sort of profit right here, right? It's a great way to trade where you can guarantee yourself some sort of profit. You can guarantee yourself some sort of gains. Guarantee that you can go ahead and make some sort of money. Traders, do I know if we're going to break 750 for a fact? No, I do not. Do you know if we're going to break 750 for a fact? Absolutely not. You have no idea. I have no idea. So why not, again, when you're up $500, take 250 right now off the table. And if it moves itself back on up, hey, keep on holding. But if it starts dropping a little bit, take the other 250 and just say, hey, I just made $500. Guarantee yourself profits when you guys are making money. Guys, there's a sell-off over on CJMB. Sell-off right now over on CJMB. That stock is done. That is a donezo play. But that is, again, why we always got to be smart over on these type of stocks, right? We always got to be saying to ourselves, hey, there are plays that, again, go on big spikes, big rips, big runs, big climbs, all that good stuff. But obviously, there are always going to be plays that are going to sell on off, and that is one of those losers. So that's why, again, when we talked about gambles and risks, right, we always want to make sure we understand that there are gambles, that there are risks. We don't want to put ourselves in unnecessary bad positions. Right now, CJMB, cross it off your list. Just like AMPS, cross it off your list, okay? So the number 1 top gainer, cross it off your list. The number 4 top gainer, cross it off your list. LIPO is one to keep on your list. SBET, you don't even need this one. Really, right now, all it is LIPO and previous top gainers. That's all it is right now. LIPO and previous top gainers is all you need. So right now, again, amazing. Guys, we have about 2 minutes left here. Iggy up over $2,000 on the day. Let's go, buddy. That's what I want to see. Oh, wait, again, I just get, being able to see again, you guys get excited. You guys make this money. You guys make this cash right here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's wake them up. Let's wake them up, everyone. So we got about a minute and a half until we get this 8 a.m. press release. 8 a.m. press release right around the corner. Wake up, traders. Wake up, baby. Let's see if we get anything at 8 a.m. next. Let's see what we get here. Traders, here we go, here we go, here we go. All eyes on the news scanner. Let's see, can we get anything big? Phase 2 trials, ALLR. Phase 2 trials, guys, ALLR. Let's see if that stock starts getting any sort of momentum. Because again, we have announces expansion. Ooh, we have again HOLO. HLO talks about DeepSeek. HOLO talking about DeepSeek. Could that start getting some momentum? We also have significant improvements over on COYA. COYA, significant improvements. Dang, we got, again, some possibilities here today, traders. We really do. We really do. Oh, man, I don't like how COYA has such a large spread. I like this press release. I don't like the large spread behind it. So you see how it's like 674 and 770? That's kind of a little annoying right there for having such a big spread. So COYA, $9 million in float. We have phase 1 trial, awarded $5 million. And I do like DeepSeek news as well. Sometimes, again, DeepSeek news can bring in some hype. Look at HOLO. HOLO's only spiked actually 7 cents. That's not really that much, to be frank with you. So I'm kind of just looking around right now, traders. I'm kind of just looking around to see if we get anything big. COYA, I like the press release, as I said, over on COYA. But again, significant improvement in patients with Alzheimer's diseases. That's a good press release. HOLO talks about DeepSeek. So it's more about kind of just waiting and watching here to see if something starts getting a little bit of buying volume. Something starts getting a little bit of buying volume, something starts getting a little bit more hype, something starts getting a little bit more momentum. Nothing right now though, guys. Nothing right now. I would say at this time, probably, I'm just looking around here. RNAZ. I want to let me just type out the best stocks of 8 a.m. Let me bring this on up. So best stocks to watch at 8 a.m. And again, these are going to be best stocks RNAZ. That's only phase 1 trials. We do have NVEE. Did say get awarded. So again, NVEE spiked 20 cents. COYA right here. This is a stock that I think is the best press release right now. COYA talks about significant improvement. Then we also have HOLO, which is DeepSeek. Now, again, is DeepSeek going to bring in any sort of hype and momentum? That's kind of, again, DeepSeek news is very big news. And then we also have ALLR, which talks about, again, expansion of, again, phase 2 trials. So ALLR, expansion of phase 2 trials. These are all the best plays right now that you guys want to be looking for at 8 a.m. Because we don't have any sort of like new stock. We don't have any stock that's, again, grabbing the news and making everything launch. We don't have anything that's, again, grabbing the news and going on the next leg, going on the next big spike, going on the next big play. Again, my favorite press release so far is this one. COYA reports statistically significant improvements in inflammatory blood markers in patients with Alzheimer's diseases following monthly dosing. It's demonstrating statistical significance. I don't know, guys. I mean, that's a really good press release. I would say if COYA starts getting any sort of hype, just be ready for that one. Maybe we're a little bit early. Maybe that play is going to start getting a little bit more hype coming on up here. But, I don't see anything wrong with this press release in any sort of way. And I would say that is probably the best press release this morning. And if it has any sort of volume, right? If it had any sort of volume, I was going to pull the trigger on this one. So if that stock had any sort of volume, if that stock had any sort of reason whatsoever, I mean, not a reason, if it had any sort of hype, I would have pulled the trigger on it. Because, again, investigator-initiated data shows what demonstrating statistical significance. That's the best press release of this morning so far. But still, no big spikes just yet. Right? COYA. Going over towards it. Maybe it's going to slowly pick on up. I don't know, guys. Right now, again, it's still a little bit lighter in volume. Obviously, we are getting a lot of hype. We are getting momentum. We are getting action over on LIPO. That's been the best one so far. But are we going to see anything start taking on off? Are we going to see any sort of big spike or big rip or big run or big climber? Can we see, again, any sort of big time momentum keep on spiking, ripping, and running towards the next leg? That's what I want to get here. So LIPO, still the best play. CJMB, guys, pretty much done with. SBET, nope. So again, we want it. We want it. We want the action. We want the hype. Give it to us, stock market. Give it to us right here and right now. I want it. We also do have, again, our previous top gainers. So previous top gainers, we might want to keep our eyes peeled on. Those could maybe get a little bit more hype in action, right? QNTM, that might get a little bit of hype. EQ, EQ, this stock's going to have a little bit of trouble, guys. Little heads up for all you guys. When you guys are taking a look over on EQ, just a heads up for all traders. Number one, you're underneath the VWAP. That's going to be tough to do. Number two, you're underneath the 200-day moving average. That's going to be tough to break. Number three, you guys are going to be underneath $1. That's going to be very tough to break. So the thing is, EQ is going to have $1, very strong resistance. VWAP, very strong resistance. And then on top of that, guys, 200-day moving average, very strong resistance. All right? So that's going to be a little bit tough to be able to break above over on EQ. But it's not a bad play. I appreciate you guys being on top of every single one of these. I appreciate you guys being ready, being alert, being on top of it. QNTM, previous top gainer right now, guys. QNTM, previous top gainer. And again, QNTM right now is getting some love. QNTM, previous top gainer. This is just, again, previous stocks trying to get some hype. Give me 2 seconds right here, guys. I'm going to be right on back. Just going to run across the room and flip a AC switch on here for a moment. 1 moment.
Jumping off the porch like mom's not home. Tell me why the best things feel so wrong. Summer nights, love them how they take so long. Run with the feeling of being alive while we're still young.
Ain't it fun? Living in the real world. Ain't it good? Being all alone. Only wanna be the one that I call baby. Concussion, poison was shoot another shot to stop the feeling. You could say just the way you are. Make a new excuse for the stupid reason. Yeah, to stop the world, this is all the feeling.
Who wants to go to the Four Seasons Orlando?
Alors on danse. Alors on danse. Alors on danse. Alors on danse. Alors on danse.
I've had too much strength.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, baby.
Leave me alone.
EQ still trying to get a little antsy here, isn't it? EQ trying to get a little antsy. I see you guys talking about this play. What do you guys think right now? I want to hear your thoughts. I like hearing from you guys at this moment. What do you guys think at this moment of this market conditions? Can everyone give me a ranking? Give me a ranking right now. 1 to 10 out of today. Saying 10, this is the best day ever, Dek. I've never seen any more spikes than this. I've made so much money. Or is it a 1 that says, Dek, I don't see one stock I like. I don't see one stock that can make me money. I don't see one opportunity right here. Everyone give me a ranking right now. Give me again between 1 to 10. What do you guys like the best? What is the best? What do you guys think out of this moment? 1 to 10. We have 3, 2, 2, 2, 7, minus a 100. I'm going to give it a 0 on the day. 1, 8, 2, 5, 3, 6, 1, minus 4, 6, 6, 3. Okay, so traders, I think we all kind of have the same mindset right now. I'm going to give today so far. I'm going to give today, guys, a 3.5, a soft 3.5. Now you might say, Deck, why a soft 3.5? What are you talking about? The thing is, traders, right now at this moment, there is no that bang play that everyone loves right now. I feel like a lot of us, we see opportunities, but I think we're scattered. I think, again, 20% of the chat room is over here looking at EQ. The other 20% of the chat room is over here looking at LIPO. I feel like, again, there's like 2 people that are still randomly maybe buying CJMB. I feel like there's a couple traders that are saying, no, QNTM, I'm going to jump over here. I feel like right now, you ever hear the expression before that says focus on one thing? It's better to become great at one thing than average at 20 different things. You guys ever hear that expression before? I hear that a lot, right? And that's very true, right? Like the thing is, traders, like I think about it kind of like with me with sports. All right, I'm a pretty athletic person. I'm going to give myself credit with that. But for me, I'm kind of just good at every single sport, but I'm not great at any of them. Okay, it's like there's not one sport that I actually like excel past anyone. If you give me a football, I can throw a football with a spiral. You give me a baseball bat, I can hit the ball. You give me some golf clubs, I'll again do pretty well. You give me a basketball, I know how to shoot it. But the thing is, I'm not great at any sport. So in stock trading, think about that analogy. But again, put it towards stock trades. QNTM, it's good. It's not great. LIPO is good. It's not great. Now again, is it okay to be good? Sure. You might luckily hit a 3-pointer. You might luckily, get on base or hit a home run. You might luckily again get a birdie one time, right? Think about different sports. But you're just not going to consistently do that. And that's the issue with, again, today so far. Today, we're just not consistently seeing anything great. Now it seems like a lot of things are just spiking randomly. Guys, RNAZ is now just randomly ripping right now. RNAZ randomly spiking. This is the press release that came out at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock this press release came on out with, again, a phase 1 trials. I would say if you guys want to get involved in this play, I would say if you can, short it. I think RNAZ traders, this is more looking like a random spike that is going to come right back on down around 1450. I would say if you want to ride this on up for another, again, I'm going to say 1450 this thing turns. That's my prediction. I'm not in on this play. Unfortunately, I can't short this. But I think, again, right around 1450, this just looks like a random pumping up to me. It just looks like everything is good, nothing is great. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like everything is good, nothing is great. Now let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm correct with this thought process. Right now, again, 1 minute time frame. Traders, look what we have. High of the day, 1450. High of the day just hit 1450, and now I think it's going to dump back on down. Let's see if I'm correct right here. I would say, again, if you wanted to get involved in this play, short it at 1450, and notice what we just had so far. Deck, literally the high of the day is the exact price point you just said, 1450. It's now down to 1290. Deck, how the heck did you do that? How the heck did you know 1450 was going to be the exact high of the day and now it's going to start dumping back on down? Traders, I'm just that good, baby. I'm just that good. I'm just, again, dripping in heat, dripping in nothing but success and sweat, making sure, again, I turn up the temperature every single morning. This just looks like a whole bunch of random chaos. It just looks like a random fugazi. It's a whole bunch of fairy dust. No one knows what the heck's going to happen right here. Again, only thing that we can be sure is that Sean Dekmar is going to be firing on all 12 cylinders today. Bah! 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 So the thing is, traders, I just don't want you guys to get caught up in pump and dumps. I don't want you guys to get caught up in a whole bunch of hoopla. I don't want you to get caught up in a whole bunch of stocks that, again, just don't mean anything for us, right? I told you. Like, if you guys want to make money today, just short it at 1450. What's the high of the day? 1450. Guys, duh. Traders, let me ask you guys a question right now. Who can tell me how did I know 1450 was going to be the top area? Who can tell me? How do I know? I'm just that good. I mean, that's it, guys. I mean, hey, I can't tell you everything. I can't. I mean, oh, ah. So right now, traders, great work, great job. No, if you're actually wondering, 1450. It's just I thought this play because again, I little heads on up. I predicted 1450 when it was at $12. So before it even ran up there. So if you're saying why did I think that was going to be the high or going to be the high, it was a little bit of an educated guess. I didn't think we were going to spike to $15 plus. This is a press release that came out 12 minutes ago. I assumed as the stock spiked on up, it was just one big pump. That's all it was. It was just one big pump play. So as again, the stock spiked on up, most people are going to take profits near $15. Now that's before $15. When stocks are pumps, you usually can't break through massive resistance lines. That's going to be such as $10 or $15. Well, the stock already spiked $10, went to 11 to 12. The news on RNAZ was 12 minutes ago. It wasn't like this is brand news. So the thing is, if news came out 12 minutes ago and then the stock starts spiking at 8:11, right? 11 minutes after the news, this is a fabricated pump. This is not real. This is not from the news. If the news was this good, it would have spiked at 8 o'clock or 8:01 or 8:02 or 8:03 or 8:04. What's happening at this moment is, again, there are people that want to make money. So they're saying, guys, what can we pump on up? What stock can we trade? What stock can we get ourselves involved in? Guys, let's all buy RNAZ at the same time. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, and the stock goes on a spike. Stock goes on a rip and run. So I just knew, again, most likely pumpers were all going to take their profits before the next resistance line. Does that make sense? So that's all that was, traders, to be frank with you. Now, again, if I had to say, Deck, what's going to be the next pump play? Well, if I had to take a guess on what's going to be the next pump play, I still like the number one top gainer, not number one top gainer, the best, again, press release today. The best press release today, team, which does not have any volume at this moment, right, is this one. COIA reports statistical significant improvements. COIA is the best stock so far today with credible news. If there was going to be a spike, it should have been on COIA. But COIA right now, not doing it. Maybe it could go crazy later. Maybe it'll go on a big time pop. You know, maybe. But right now, traders, if we are breaking everything down from start to finish, we have LIPO, which is slow, steady, and consistent. Stock, again, is a good solid play. Deck, why is this one so solid? Because it does have strong FDA approval. Has FDA approval. Stock is slowly building itself on up. Still doing what it needs to do. Bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. LIPO, want to see if the stock is going to be able to move itself back on up in a strong manner, right? LIPO, VWAP area, 585 is next. Actually just had a bounce play at 582 for that dip buy. We also have, again, CJMB. Stock, again, spiked on up, dumped on down. SBET. Too small for me, not worth it. QNTM also tried to get a little pump, come right back on down. AMPS got bought out at $5. Stock's not worth your time right now, getting bought out at $5. All right. Jay Rapoli saying, Deck, why not get into COYA right now? Okay, great question. Why not buy COYA right now? Well, the issue is that if I buy it on COYA right now, let's just again think about this. If I pull the trigger over on COYA right now, what's going to happen? It's just going to still be sitting here. So the thing is, why would I pull the trigger? Well, Deck, you said it has great news. It has great news, it does, but it doesn't have any volume. It doesn't have any action. I buy stocks that, again, I try to beat traders to the punch towards. I jump in on plays and I say, hey, you know what? I want to jump in before big buying volume comes on in. COYA came out with news at 8 o'clock, which means if you're going to pull the trigger over on COYA, you want to pull the trigger at 8:01. You want to pull the trigger at 8:02. You want to pull the trigger at 8:03, whatever it may be, right? So you get the monster spike. Now, hey, today's a little bit different. It seems like people are just trying to pump up whatever stock they can find. So I wouldn't be shocked right now if all of a sudden COYA does go from 709 to 770. And I mean, I see the bids moving up right now. You guys see the bids moving on up right here, trying to climb on up a little bit. So maybe the stock can start spiking in a little bit. Maybe the stock can start getting a little bit more action. But 99% of the time, the way the stock market works is hot news comes on out, immediately we have a reaction. It should be hot news comes on out. Immediately, we have a reaction for a big time breakout. Immediately, we have a reaction for a big time spike. Immediately, we have a reaction for our next leg on up, right? That's what we always want to be thinking about, that immediate reaction. Right now, when we take a look over on COYA, COYA came out with news at 8 o'clock. Stock was again sitting at the price of 660. Spiked on up, came right back on down. Now, again, we'll see. Is this going to start squeezing and spiking? Just like, again, we had right above it, we had RNAZ. RNAZ, again, right here. If we get a spike, it's all just going to be pump and dumps, guys. Which means that things can go crazy. But at the same time, just lock in profits when you have them. That is what today is all about so far. Lock in gains when you have them. Lock in profits when you have them. Be a smart trader. Be able to make sure, again, you're being aware of these plays. So RNAZ, if I jumped in on RNAZ, let's say, for instance, I jump in on RNAZ at the price of $8. Or, excuse me, at the time of 8 o'clock. It's doing nothing. Doing nothing, doing nothing, doing nothing, doing nothing, doing nothing. For 10 minutes, it does nothing. If the press release was that good, it usually will spike right when it comes on out. It's a little bit odd that RNAZ is spiking 10 minutes after the press release came on out. It's a little bit odd that right now COYA is trying to build up a little bit of volume right now. 21 minutes after the press release came on out. Hey, guys, maybe we're super early, right? That's the best case scenario, maybe. And hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But you know what's awesome? It's awesome that, again, Foxrunner, Foxrunner sources over 20 different news scanners. So the thing is, if maybe we're just catching these press releases before everyone else in the entire world, maybe that's it. Saying, no, Dek, yeah, RNAZ is a 3-star press release. You have, again, phase 1 trials. We came on out at 8 o'clock this morning. Again, stock spiked at 8:10 when people started seeing it and recognizing it. We're just getting it that early. If that's the case, then that's awesome. If that's the case, then I would say, hey, everyone go ahead and turn on over and definitely watch COYA, right? If that's the case, get ready to watch COYA to go on a very big spike and climb and rip and run, because that's the best press release I see at this time. But LIPO, still, again, holding its uptrend. We do have CJMB, stock's pretty much done with. SBET, nothing right there. RNAZ, I think more of a pump and dump. QNTM, previous top gainer. LIPO is still the best stock as of now. LIPO is still by far the best play as of now. So we are still watching this here, traders. LIPO still holding its uptrend. All LIPO is at this moment is just a nice, beautiful uptrend setup. Nice and easy. Nice setup over on the uptrend. Watching to see if this is going to get some dip buys, right? You guys see right here. Dip buy bounce. Dip buy bounce. Dip buy bounce. Dip buy bounce. I might want to change this color for you. But you guys can see how great every single time it comes back on down towards this area, how nice that dip buy opportunity really is, right? So it's purple line dip buy, 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 right? That's what you guys want to be looking at. That's what you guys want to be focusing on. Now, traders, can I really quickly throw out some very exciting news? Guys, what is the very exciting news I could say? Is that right now, we are only 6 days away from the small account challenge. 6 days away from the small account challenge. So, ladies and gentlemen, for everyone watching right now, I do want to throw this out here. We are going to have for today, we are going to give away a 20% discount if you type in the word small. Type in the word small for, again, small account challenge, and you guys are going to get a 20% discount right now. So if you guys saying, hey, Dek, I want to join the small account challenge, you have to join right now. Get yourself ready for that 20% off discount, and you'll be all set, ready to rock and roll. Now, if you are already a member, you can, again, use this discount, small, and apply it to a 6-month membership. You can use this discount right here on a 12-month membership and be able to save $400. So everyone, right now, if you guys haven't, come on over towards the pricing page over on Tradecaster. Join us for the small account challenge. Type in the word small, and you are going to get a 20% discount right now so that you have access for the small account challenge. So small is the promo code. And that'll give you 20% off. So if you sign up today, guys, you will have access to the small account challenge. You guys will be all set, ready to rock and roll. If you guys are already members, you guys can come on over and you guys can upgrade your membership for 20% off as well. We're not going any deeper than 20% off. And again, this is going to give you full access to the small account challenge. So if you are joining us, if you have $5,000, $4,000, $6,000, $2,000, $1,000, if you have whatever, and you want to give the PDT rule, we are not stopping the small account challenge. We're not stopping it, guys. We are not stopping the small account challenge until we get above the PDT rule. That's the way it works. So if you are someone that's under 25K and you are sick and tired of being underneath 25K, and you're saying, hey, Dek, I've been trading by myself for the last year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, and I cannot get above 25K. Literally give this a chance. Give this one chance here. Join the small account challenge for literally $3 a day. And you guys, again, I'm going to do everything in my power to get you above the PDT rule. Last small account challenge that we did 2 months ago was 5,000 to over 14,000. And then we stopped because we came to the end of the year. So let's run it on up, guys. Let's run it on up. Let's do it together. Let's make this money. Let's make this cash. You guys know what we do. Let's make this big money together. Let's get after it, huh? So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this day. I'm looking forward to this opportunity. I'm looking forward to this money making. Traders, the small account challenge is where we got to show up just absolutely dialed in. We got to show up absolutely dialed in. No excuses. No reason not to be dialed in, making as much money as we possibly can. Let's do it together. Dex, next short over on LIPO 875. Absolutely. LIPO 875 here. Come on, we got to see an 830 press release, though. We got to see a good 830 press release. We got to see a good 830 opportunity here. $830 press release here. Watching to see where we're going to be at. Where's the spike? Where's the ripping? Where's the running, the popping, the climbing, the moving, the jumping? Yay! Yay, 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 yay! Lady Black, the small account challenge. I'm absolutely lasered focused. Hey, guys, do whatever you need to do, right? Do whatever you need to do. Over this weekend, I'm going to be heading on over to Italy, Milan. Why am I heading over to Italy and Milan? I have my Pilates instructor out there. They don't come to me. I go to them. That's how much I respect it. So I got about like a 15-hour flight over to, again, Italy just to do stretching. Stretching and deep breathing. Probably be about a 2-hour class, 3-hour class. And then I'm going to jump back on the jet, fly back home, get myself all prepared for the small account challenge. So again, before every small account challenge, I always go to Milan for about 3 hours. And I just do breathing exercises, and I just do stretching and Pilates. That's it. And it's, again, kind of my nice little routine. So anyone over in Italy, definitely hit me on up. Or if you guys want to come to Pilates, you guys are more than welcome to. And then I'm going to be flying back home to JFK. So big weekend for myself coming on up. Reese, Dek, is your private jet that slow? I thought it was an 8-hour flight. Reese, I'll be honest with you. When you're flying private, you don't mind being in a jet for 14 hours. You know, I mean, when you got the access, you don't mind staying up in the skies a little longer. So sure, we might do an extra lap here and there, but it's just for all good fun. You know, I mean, why not? Why not? Why not? Let's see what we got. 8:30 right around the corner. 8:30. Guys, LIPO still holding this very nice, solid uptrend. Holding this nice, solid uptrend at this time. Watching to see if this thing can squeeze over on LIPO. Let's see what we got here, traders. Come on now. Come on now, baby. Come on now, baby. Let's get some momentum. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I want this market to wake me up. Get me excited, market. Get me going here, market. Get me pushing and moving. Give me something better than a pump and dump so far. Here we go. 8:30. All the hottest news coming on through. We got, again, VEA, private placement, oral presentation, don't care. We have an agreement press release over on IDT. IDT has an agreement press release, partnership press release right here. $2 million contract over on VSSE. This stock comes out with new contracts every single day. It does not matter, to be honest with you. AGX has a contract in Texas. Okay, nope. Nothing going nuts just yet, guys. Nothing going nuts just yet. We're going to give it a little bit of time. S&P 500, a little bit of a pullback. Thank you, Silverback, giving us U.S. jobless claims data. U.S. jobless claims data at this moment. I'm not putting myself in any sort of unnecessary positions. LIPO is still the #1 top gainer on the day. But guys, what's the issue right here? We go from LIPO being up 150% to a 43% climber, to a 40% climber. This is the penny stock world, guys. You guys ever see that? You ever see that, part in Fast and Furious where like Hobbs, The Rock, tries to arrest Vin Diesel when they're down in South America? And again, he's like, you're coming with me. He's like, no, I'm not coming with you. I got family. And he's like, no, let's not do this. You're coming with me. He's like, you must not know where you are. I'm with my family, but I'm also in Brazil. Brazil. Do you remember that? That's kind of how I feel like sometimes the penny stock world is. Where again, all the normal, natural stuff where it's like, you're coming in with me, we're getting arrested. It's like, no, that's going to be happening in the blue chip world. But again, penny stocks is, again, a different world. Penny stocks, we have 150% top gainers a day. We have 200% top gainers a day. We have 300% top gainers a day. But right now, traders, we got 40% top gainers, 30%, 28% top gainers. These are small, these are little. I want to be seeing 300% top gainers on the day, right? Those are the ones I want to be seeing. I want to be seeing nuts. I live my life one trade at a time. Whew, man. We should make a Fast and Furious movie, but instead of, being about street racing, we make it about day trading, right? That would be great. That would be awesome. Dek, I think they already have a movie like that. It's called like Wolf of Wall Street, or again, Wall Street, or again, Margin Call, or also The Great Short. Okay, yeah, I get it. There's a lot of other movies. But did you know that Hector is running, VTEC spoon engines at Race Wars this weekend? Did you know that? He moans like a cop! He's a cop! LIPO. Let's see here. Let's see what we get, traders. Let's see what comes on up. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. Bow, 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 bow. No me canse ahora, que esto solo empieza. Mueve la cabeza, danza kuduro. ¿Quién puede domar la fuerza del mar que se mete por tu pena? Lo caliente del sol que se te metió y no te deja quieta, nena. ¿Quién puede parar eso que al bailar descontrola tus caderas? Y ese fuego que quema por dentro y lento te convierte en piedra. Con la mano arriba, cintura sola.
Ya está cerrada con 3 candados y remachada la puerta negra. Queen, 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 porque tus padres están celosos y tienen miedo que yo te quiera. Cuan, 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 cuan. Han de pensar que
All right. Traders, let's see where we're at. Let's get ourselves going here. Let's get ourselves going here. Let's wake ourselves up a little bit. Let's start off this morning the right way. Nice bowl of Cheerios, Frosted Flakes, almond milk. People always ask that $1 million question every single morning. They say, hey, Dek, what do you put first in your cereal? Is it the cereal or is it the milk? Are you put the cereal in the bowl, pour the milk, or do you put the milk in the bowl, then put the cereal? I want you guys thinking outside the box today. When you walk over to that cabinet and you're about to put your Wheaties in, you're about to put that Honey Nut Cheerios in, you're about to put that Captain Crunch, I want you doing something different today. I want you feeling alive. I want the adrenaline pumping through your heart all the way down to your gasket. I want to make sure you realize what you got today. I want you to do the bowl last. Who cares if the cereal's first? Who cares? I don't give a fuck if, again, the milk comes in first. I want the bowl to be the last thing. Clear off the counter. Put the milk in. Put the cereal in. And just do one of those arm bars. Right? You just scrape it all in. Scrape it all into the bowl. And then enjoy yourself a breakfast that you know no one else on earth is having at this time. No one else on earth had that. Today's the day of self-exploration. Today's the day of breaking barriers. It's a day to free your mind. It's a day that I'm going to take you into the deepest, darkest parts of the internet that you didn't even know existed. Lock the door. Close the blinds. We got a big day ahead, people. Big day ahead. Let's get ready to go. Traders, you might be asking yourself a question saying, what the heck is happening right now? Hey, I'd be asking the same question. You're not alone probably in that one. LIPO. Let's get ourselves always on the same page right now at this moment. LIPO at this time. Traders, for anyone who does not know, this stock does have FDA approval. So if you're asking right now, hey, Dek, what's happening? Let's actually do this. Let's go over towards our turn off the float. Let's turn off float, bring this on up. Let's go over to change this out by percentage. And let's just get the best of the best today. Let's just talk about what is the best of the best today. What are the stocks right now that you should be watching, that you should be focusing on, that you should be on top of? Okay? Number one, we do have right here LIPO. What was so great about LIPO? LIPO does have FDA approval. The moment it has FDA approval, LIPO has been a good solid spiker. Now, while LIPO is the number one top gainer on the day, it has been also holding this beautiful uptrend, throughout the day. It's been building higher lows. It's been consistently moving on up. LIPO also, traders, has been finding a lot of awesome supports as we have come on down towards the VWAP nearly every single time, right? VWAP bounce, VWAP bounce, VWAP bounce. The VWAP has consistently been a great opportunity for dip buys and bounce plays. Dip buy bounce, dip buy bounce, dip buy bounce, dip buy bounce. LIPO has been fantastic right there, right? Now it seems like though LIPO is starting to channel out a little bit. Now, Dek, when you say channel out, what do you mean? I mean, again, it seems like we're building a little bit of support and resistance here. Now, where's that support and resistance? You can see bottom support back on down towards around 550. Top resistance more up towards around 660. I think we are actually going to fall slightly underneath the VWAP coming on up, but I think it's going to be very nice dip buy bounce, be able to make some money, and again, move back up towards this red line. If you are looking for, I think, the most consistent trade today, you would want to be looking over on LIPO in this consolidation channel. Sure, the VWAP could still may hold on up, but if it cracks underneath it, I think 550 would be an excellent area. It's the only stock that has great credibility, top gainers with news or filings, LIPO, FDA approval. Now, we also do have QNTM. QNTM also did come out with news this morning. QNTM talks about having an investment bank initial following highly positive results from unbuzzed clinical study. Does anyone see what QNTM's doing right now, guys? QNTM, the CEO is thinking outside the box. You might say, Dek, no, explain it to me. QNTM is coming out with every reason they can to keep putting on out that they had positive results. So for anyone who does not know, let's do this together. Check this on out. QNTM, this guy's being a little tricky guy. QNTM came out with a press release, guys, 3 days ago. We can take a look at over on Tuesday. So 2 days ago, or was that 3 days ago? Whatever. Tuesday, on Tuesday, it says QNTM comes out with success of its clinical trial. It had positive results on Tuesday. Now, what did QNTM do? QNTM had a nice gap up and had a nice spike over on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, it had continuation of its spike. Now, guess what, traders? Anyone who's an insider, anyone who's a CEO, anyone who's a board of director, anyone who has shares of this company, what do you want? You want the stock to go up even higher. So what is the CEO doing today? The CEO put out another press release today of basically a whole bunch of hoopla, a whole bunch of garbage. And why is that? Because look what he says. He says, Quantum Biopharma licensed Celly Nutrition retains leading New York investment bank to advise on capital raise and possible initiation public offering following our highly positive results from unbuzzed clinical study. Traders, all of this that I just read that you had no idea what I'm even talking about is a whole bunch of fluff, is a whole bunch of nothing just to get us to remember, oh, the stock had positive results last week, right? It would be like, let's, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something like very cool. Imagine if you won a gold medal in the Olympics, okay? When you first win the gold medal, it would be absolutely awesome. Great. You get a whole bunch of applause. You get a whole bunch of, recognition. But maybe again, your recognition starts dying on down. And then all of a sudden, you're like, the next day, you're like icing your knees. And everyone's like, oh, why are you icing your knees? And it's like, oh yeah, my knees are just hurting because of that time. Remember, I won a gold medal in the Olympics. Oh yeah, you did win a good gold medal. Hey, again, congratulations on that. I saw that. Oh, thank you. Don't even worry about it. I didn't even want you to remember that. Hey. Then the next day comes on out, right? And you get to the gym at 7 a.m. and someone walks in at 7 a.m. and says, oh, you're here very early. They say, yeah, I always just like to show up very early, especially when I'm winning gold medals in the Olympics. And they're like, you did? Oh yeah, that's amazing. What am I talking about? It's like right now the CEO is just putting out random press releases of just saying, yeah, well, do you guys remember our positive results? And that's leading towards literally now more people buying it, more people giving them recognition. So again, QNTM, this play will dump back on down most likely because the news is old. The news is stale now. You might say, Dek, how is the news old? In day trading, the news has already come out again 2 days ago. Usually stocks do what? Spike on up and then come crashing on down the same day. News that is 2, 3, 4 days old, that is considered very old in the stock market for day trading plays. Okay? So LIPO does have FDA approval. QNTM, the CEO is just being a little tricky here, putting out the same exact press release over and over and over again. Then on top of that, guys, AMPS got bought out at $5 per share. AMPS is not going to move off of $5 per share. So we already know right here, when you guys take a look at this play, AMPS announces an agreement to be acquired. And where's it getting acquired at? $5 per share. So right now you can see AMPS is sitting at the price of $4.92. It's not going to move off of the price of $4.92. It's literally going to stay at $4.92 the entire time. So the thing is, traders, you don't even need this play. So LIPO, Dek, can I trade it? Yes, it's slow, steady, definitely can make you money. QNTM, Dek, can I trade it? Yes, you can, but I am very scared of that play because right now the CEO is doing everything he can to try to keep it on up, but most likely at some point people are going to short this back on down. AMPS is not going to move off of $5. RNAZ got pumped on up today after only having phase 1 studies. And that's about it, right? Those are it right there. So I do want every single trader to just be aware of what we currently have and how it's, yes, there is trading opportunities out there. Yes, there was money-making opportunities out there. Yes, again, people were getting themselves involved over on some of these plays here, but there's LIPO still inside this channel, most likely going to be sitting inside this channel. CJMB was a big pump and dump that just came right back on down. QNTM, again, this stock is already starting to get a little bit weaker, and it's kind of reminding me a little bit of yesterday, where, again, we're just a little bit scattered, where we're kind of watching previous top gainers. We're watching this, we're watching that. I don't know if, again, what I want to do here. Yeah, so CJMB right here. CJMB, this is a new IPO play. New IPO stock, where the stock, again, went on a very hard spike and rip, and then, again, came crashing all the way back on down. So that is one of these that starts fading and falling and dropping. Jordan Mamesos, Deck, I just joined for the small account challenge. I'm hyped for next Wednesday. I'm hyped as well. I'm hyped as well, guys. I'm hyped as well. So we'll see what we have. We'll see what's going to be coming on up, and we'll look for that next possible, rip and run and spike and climb. Remember, guys, I will again kind of be throwing this out here over the next 2 days, or next 3 days. But as we kick off the small account challenge next Wednesday, every single person will get 20% off. So again, if you want to sign on up, just type in the word small. Every single person will get 20% off. Every single person will be getting a discount. If you're upgrading your membership, you will get a discount. If you're signing up, you will get a discount. I want to, again, do everything I can to make sure, again, you guys come out on top. So all you got to do is type in the word small, and you'll be all set on the promo code to go ahead and be able to make that money and be able to get yourself involved over in the small account challenge over on Wednesday. All right. Traders, so those are the main plays here at this time. LIPO is still the top dog. I will say this, though. COYA still on my back burner right now. Traders, who was here earlier this morning? COYA is my favorite press release today. We've gone over FDA approval. We've gone over QNTM, basically the CEO trying to spike the play on up on itself, basically bringing up like the same news over and over and over again. But I will still say that COYA has still been my favorite press release today. Now, why is it my favorite press release? Again, you guys tell me. Take a look over on it. COYA, it reports statistical significance. So factual, important improvements. That's what we have. We have factual. It actually does it. Significance, meaning meaningful. Improvements, making it better. So what are they making better? They have proven facts that they have made better. They have made better their patients with Alzheimer's diseases. That's great. They're demonstrating significant results. I think if there is going to be a good, credible, big spike today, it would be on COYA. Now, COYA has not done anything at all, but this is the best press release today. It is a 3-star press release. It does have 3-star words behind it. It's my favorite press release that I would be watching at this time. If COYA ever starts breaking, I would say $7.50, $8, $8.50. The issue with COYA, so I don't want you guys just buying it. I do not want you guys just buying it, because the thing is, it spiked up here and came crashing on down. It spiked on up here, it came crashing on down. It's trying to spike back up here again. And the thing is, if it can rip and run, I want everyone to be aware of it. But don't pull the trigger right now, because there's a great chance that it's just going to hit this mark here and come crashing right back on down. But at least just be watching. At least just be aware of it. If everything dies off today, I think traders will say, hey, this is probably at least the best bet for us. This is the one that could be able to make us some money. Lady Black, yep, absolutely. Deck, if I do a year membership, will again that be added onto the time I already have? Yes, it will. So again, if you ever want to upgrade to a year membership and you have a monthly right now, or even if you have a 6-month membership right now, you can go ahead and we will add any time that you have already paid for. So again, you don't get cut off on that in any sort of way. We will add that time towards it and give you exactly what you deserve. LIPO still working itself on up, still building these higher lows. LIPO still building these higher lows at this time. 848 in the market. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely great. All right, traders. All right, ladies and gentlemen, does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns for me? Any questions, comments, or concerns for me in any sort of way? Obviously, I want to help you guys on out, see what we get, kind of see where this momentum is truly going to take us. Ooh, Symbotic. What did Symbotic do yesterday? SYM, Symbotic. They had their earnings, and they had a little bit of a drop. Little bit of a drop on Symbotic earnings. I was excited for these guys. I wanted to see what was going to be coming on out here. I told you. You know, the thing is, traders, there is so many different options moving forward. What do I think is going to be the biggest game changer within like the next 5 years? I think the biggest game changer, again, outside of AI, we know again AI, artificial intelligence. We already talked about that. I've been diving into the deep rabbit hole a little bit too much, guys. But again, just the first autonomous semi trucks is I really think is going to really change the game, just because the amount of business, the transportation. I mean, transportation is so much. Being able to move packages from here to there, being able to take, items from here to there. Having a person drive a truck, they can get into accidents. They have to take breaks. They have to go to sleep. They have to, again, do all these different things, right? They could get accidents. They could call off. They could fall asleep. They got to get some sleep. You got to pull over. Imagine if, again, a robot doesn't have to sleep. Again, a robot doesn't get tired. A robot doesn't make mistakes as long as we have sensors. We could have trucks going 24/7 on these highways, right? The amount of money businesses would make by basically just saying, hey, we don't need truck drivers anymore. We got this covered. You're all set, ready to go, right? I mean, it would be game changing. The first company to be able to come on out with self-driving semi-trucks is going to make billions. Billions. Because guess what? Google's going to hire you. Amazon's going to hire you. FedEx is going to hire you. UPS is going to hire you. Every single company is going to hire you that has any sort of product in any sort of way. Oh, hey, I can buy your robots and I don't need to hire any more people for, again, a pickup trucks or a semi-trucks? Correct. So wait, I could buy your truck right here. I could load it up, press go there, and it'll go to my factory. Yep. You don't got to, again, wait any longer for people to sleep. You don't got to wait for any more truck drivers. You don't got to wait for this. You don't got to wait for that. It'll be there again in 12 hours, straight shot. When it gets there, type in something else, fill it up, and send it back here, straight shot. Then type it in right there, straight shot. Time efficiency. Time is one thing we will never get back. And businesses love when they can manage their time. Whoever, again, gets semi-trucks on the road first with no drivers is going to be able to make billions of dollars, right? So what are the companies? Tesla could obviously do it first. Now, again, Tesla, people say, have semi-trucks, but they're not self-driving semi-trucks because this is harder than a car. A car is this big, right? A car is this big, guys. And cars, they are figuring it out. But semi-trucks are huge and long, and they got to put sensors all over the place. And they got to be able to manage a different way of driving. So again, Tesla is definitely going to be a leader in this. But we also have General Motors that could be a leader in it. We also have Ford, which could be a leader in it. We also have Aurora Innovations, which could be a leader in it, right? All things that we have talked about. So it's like, these are all plays, that I'm getting very excited here. So we see what we get. Ooh, take a look at this. First look, Tesla semi-cabin revealed. Tesla's electric truck hauls 36 tons. Hey, that's great, right? Don't get me wrong. That's great that this is, but guess what? There's a seat in here. This is for, again, driving. That's great that we have a semi-truck, but it doesn't matter to me if you have to drive it. I want to see, again, a semi-truck that doesn't have drivers, right? I want to see, again, a semi-truck that, again, is going out there. So that's like when I take a look over on here, right? Let's just go type this on over. Aurora Innovations. And take a look at this. An exclusive look inside Aurora's Pittsburgh facility here. Where, guess what they're trying to do? Self-driving semi-truck.
Except the wheel is moving and there's nobody here.
If you're a truck driver with just like regular experience, you get in this truck and it feels just like any other truck.
The autonomous tech takes some getting used to from the inside and the outside.
Do you feel like you guys underestimated how hard that was going to be?
It's pretty much how hard we thought it would be. That when we started the company, we actually didn't think anyone could solve the trucking problem because we didn't think anyone had the technology to see far enough down the road to be able to do that safely.
Frequency modulated continuous wave LiDAR. That is Aurora's proprietary secret sauce. It's what makes their tech different from other autonomous vehicles.
Just make sure, we have a good viewing angle.
Engineers at Aurora say their trucks never stop anticipating what could happen.
It actually knows exactly how many vehicles.
Pretty big. Pretty big. Pretty big. So yeah, you guys can see there's that another word I talked about earlier this week. You guys remember I talked about that word? LiDAR. Talked about that word. LiDAR, guys. LiDAR. There's many different LiDAR stocks out there. When it comes on down to, again, looking for mapping and imaging and autonomous driving, LiDAR is going to be very big. So LIPO, SBET, SGMB, QNTM, CAPT. All right, traders, ladies and gentlemen. Let's again just see what we have. Let's just keep this party going right now. I want to see like what we get here next. So LIPO not doing too much. LIPO is the best play as of now. It is slow and steady at this moment. SBET, not too much fading. QNTM, that's the play that has opportunity today. If I had to put my bet on it, I would say it's going to be between LIPO and QNTM today. That's what I would put my money on. LIPO, QNTM. That's where I would say has the best chance of success. These are the two stocks that I think have the best chance of ripping and running on this day. Would you guys agree or disagree? That's where I'd be at. So those are going to be the top two dogs on the day. We'll see if either of those could go on some sort of big rip, run, spike, and climb. But again, I kind of feel like yesterday, I kind of pulled the trigger on CPIX saying, hey, you know what? Let's just see if something spikes. Let's see if something gets a nice move. Let's see if something gets a nice run. I'm going to be frank with you. If I don't like anything today, I'm just going to wrap it on up. We've been live every single day, getting after it, waking up early, 6 o'clock in the morning, getting ready for some trades. If I don't like anything today, guys, let's end off tomorrow. Let's get a bang. Sound good? So again, we want to see what we get at 9 o'clock. We want to see what we get at 9:30. We want to see again what's going to be coming on up at the start of the day. Nothing good today. Wrap it on up. See you guys later. Right? That's the beauty of being a stock trader sometimes. Beauty of being a stock trader is when things are hot, get after them. But when things are cold, move on from them. Be careful on LAES. LAES comes out with news every single day, essentially. And again, it's just be careful on it. Just be ready for like a $5 reversal. WKY, I believe that one has to do with, I want to say WKY has something to do with quantum computing. Is that the one? Is that what I'm thinking of? WKY and LES, are they both quantum plays in some way? Because they both have the very similar setups. I could be wrong there. They're in the same field. I forget what field that is. Let's see what we get at, again, 8 o'clock here. 8 o'clock, traders. Or excuse me, 9 o'clock. Let's see what we get in the next 3 minutes. We'll start again setting ourselves on up for success. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are joining us over on YouTube right now, smash that thumbs on up. Smash it. LES starting to move its way up towards, again, that $5 mark. I want to see if we get any sort of big news at 9 o'clock. Give us some endpoints. Give us some craziness. Oh, got to reset the float. Thank you. Thank you, boss. So again, we'll reset the float right here. But traders, I talked about autonomous vehicles. There are many things that could be coming on up here, though, traders. Look at hot trends to watch in 2025. Hot trends to watch in 2025. AI, we all know that. Autonomous vehicles, just went over it. Robotics, could be big. Space exploration, we know that very well. Quantum computing, we've seen it get some hype. Cryptocurrency, right? So there's a lot of different options that could be coming. If it's crypto, if it's quantum, if it's space exploration, if it's robotics, if it's self-driving vehicles, or it's AI. All things that could go a little bit nuts. Also, let's not forget that we do have Amazon's earnings tonight. At the time of 4 o'clock tonight, Amazon is coming out with their earnings. Be prepared and be ready for that. Amazon earnings coming out later on tonight here, traders. Yesterday's top gainers, IVVD, right? QNTM was a top gainer for a little bit as well. LAS, watch for that one to probably turn right around, LAS to probably turn right around that $5 mark. Here we go, guys. Here we go. We got 60 seconds until the 9 a.m. press release wave. I really want something good at 9 a.m. Really looking for something solid at 9 a.m. here. Kevin, if you're saying, everyone always makes this mistake, and I know it's a little bit odd, but again, if you have to put a 0 before the float. So again, if you just put nothing and 17 million, you'll still get everything. You have to put a 0 and then 17 million, and that basically closes it. Okay? So make sure, again, you're actually putting a 0, then again, 15 million or 17 million or whatever. But you always got to put a 0 if you want 0 to that price. All right, traders, here we go. Let's see if we get anything good. 5 seconds at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Let's see if we get anything good. Let's see if we get anything hot. Let's see if we get anything moving here. Nine o'clock is in. Here comes the press releases. We have NNE. NNE talks about nuclear robotics company. It's a multi-million-dollar investment to build out its new facility. So NNE has to do with nuclear. INBS achieves a 32% expansion on its earnings. Nothing there yet, though. Acquisition. DXPE announces an acquisition of another company. DRCT still watching, still waiting over on this one. So still again watching and waiting. Nope, 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 nope. So traders, I'm still again watching and waiting, kind of see where this next move is truly going to be taking us towards next. Looking for this next rip and run. Also, a little sign note for everyone who does use Fox Runner as well. I did get a little screenshot earlier. They're saying they are working on the phone app also. So they are coming out with a phone app that'll just be live for you on your phone. And then also you can set up notifications to get push notifications. You guys, obviously probably know push notifications. Basically, it shows up to your home screen, but it's going to be push notifications whenever a 3-star press release comes on out, whenever any ticker you search comes on out, or any sort of word that you want comes on out. So you can type in endpoints. Whenever any press release comes out with endpoints, it'll be sent to your phone as like a text message. Not a text, a push notification. So again, they are working on the app right now and getting some ideas for the app. So I just got that sent to me saying, hey, Sean, let your community know that an app is on the way for push notifications, which will be really easy. Imagine this, guys. Imagine it not even looking at your computer, not even staring at the desktop. And all of a sudden your phone goes, bring, positive phase 3 trials. Boom. Love that. How easy is that going to become? How easy is that going to be? So I'm excited for that app to come on out. Basically give us the answer. Jeremy says, Deck, yesterday you mentioned you won't be trading options anymore. What will you be trading for the small account challenge? Shares. Guys, I haven't traded options since last summer. So again, Jeremy, personally me, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I personally hate options. I do. I'm not an options guy. I'm just not. And I'm okay to say that. The thing is, traders, and I've gone over this before, I know a good amount of full-time stock traders. I only know one full-time options trader. I know one. Everyone else loses, right? And the reason why I say that is because of what, right? Let's just break this on down. Here, we're going to have if you buy shares. Here is going to be if you buy options. Now, what is so intriguing? What is so intriguing about options? Is options, you can be able to make a lot more money at times. 100%. Because the thing is, when you do options, it's essentially you are taking out a loan. You're basically borrowing money or borrowing contracts at the time that represent a lot more than what you have. And that's where you can make a ton of cash and make a ton of money. That's why it's appealing. But let's talk about the odds. Let's talk about the fact of if you can actually win at this. So between shares and options, what do we have to do? Well, number one, we do have to find the right stock. There are 9,000 options, 9,000 chances that I could be able to make money on different stocks. So we do have to find the right ticker, to find the 1 out of 9,000 that we really like. Okay, we have to do that for both of these, right? Now, what do we have to figure out? After we find that ticker, we have to figure out, is the stock going up or is the stock going down? So let's just say direction. Is the stock going up or is the stock going down? Direction of that play. Now, after we do that, traders, that's almost it for shares. Shares, I got to find the right ticker and I got to predict, is the stock going up or down? Now, why do I dislike options? Because most people can't even do this. Most people can't even find the right stock And most people can't figure out, is this stock going to go up or down? You can hold those shares as long as you want. There's no issue, there's no problem. Most people can't even find the right stock that's going to go up or down. But people say, oh, well, what about if I do all this? Well, what's all this? Not only do you have to find the right ticker, you have to find the direction, but you also have to tell me, is it going to go up or down before a certain date? Oh, it's going to go up or down before next Friday. Okay. But then you also have to pick up or down before a certain date on how high or high low. It's strike price. Now, not only that, it has to go up or down before a certain date and get to a certain price. And if it doesn't do it quickly, you are going to have time decay. Now, you have to find the ticker. Is it going up or down? Is it going up or down before a certain date? And it has to get to a certain price. And if it doesn't get to that certain price before the certain date in a quick fashion, you're going to lose. And also, if everyone else does the same trade you do, you're going to have implied volatility. So, whoa, hold on a second. You're telling me that I can just buy shares of a stock and I just got to buy one stock, and as it go up, I make money. If it goes down, I lose money. That's it. But in this case, I have to find the stock. I have to find if it goes up or down. But then again, my shares or my options only last for a certain period of time. And I have to be able to do that in, again, that certain period of time where it hits a certain price that I predict. And if it doesn't do it quick enough, I lose money on time decay. There's also implied volatility. And there's also all these other Greeks. Traders, to me, at this time in my trading career, this is the dumbest thing you could ever do. It's the worst thing that you could ever do the majority of the time in day trading. I have not experienced options for holding them for 2 years. That could be different. And I don't want to put an opinion out there for that. But this right here, when you see option traders, and guys, think about your own trading career. Because right now I know there might be some people to me saying, no, that's not true, Dek. I do options all the time. Okay, post a picture of your Lamborghini. Post a picture of your house. Post a picture, again, the life you've gotten out of there. 99%, not everyone, not saying you, I'm saying 99% of people that say, no, Dek, I love options, never make money. You might argue with me and I say, okay, show me your P&L, show me your statement, show me again anywhere that you have ever made money. And they say, well, Dek, I blew up 3 accounts, but not this account. This account's different. Yeah, I've lost again like $20,000. Who cares? That doesn't matter. That's my learning experience. Now it's time to make money. I don't know anyone. I know one guy. I literally know one guy who can actually trade options. That's good. Everyone else I've ever met in options loses. Everyone. Because again, think about it like this, traders. When you think about it, right? All you got to think about is this, right? You can say to yourself, hey, let's think about it as a big roulette wheel, essentially. We have 2 things right here. I got to pick the right stock and I got to pick the direction. So if I'm the worst trader in the world, either if I'm thinking of it as a casino, it's either going to land on this side, the stock is going to go up, or it's going to land on this side, the stock is going to go down. And you know what? I'm going to get paid out if I win on this side. Now let's think about the same exact roulette wheel over here. Well, what's the issue is, guys? The issue is, not only am I going to have to figure out this, but I'm also going to have to figure out this. I'm going to figure out this. I'm going to have to figure out this. And I'm going to have to lastly figure out this. That means this gambling game here is, here's my winning slot. Here's my winning slot right here. But guess what? If I pick the wrong ticker, I lose. And the wrong direction, I lose. And the wrong expiration price, I lose. And wrong time decay, I lose. And wrong implied volatility, I lose. Traders, this is not, I'm not trying to confuse you at all. What gives you the better odds of winning? What gives you the better chance of winning? This game or this game? Oh, Dek, this game over here gives you a better chance of winning. So why are you not doing that? Well, Dek, because if I do land on this one, I get to make a lot more money. But the thing is, you are not going to land on that one most of the time. 99% of the time, you're going to land on something else random. It's very hard to calculate every single little move. Now, again, this does not apply to everyone. This does not apply to everyone. Some of you guys have been putting in the work and you're great and that's awesome, and I'm not yelling at you. But I'm yelling at everyone else who has been trading options the last 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, and you're on your 17th account and you've never made any money yet. maybe again, it's time for a change. Maybe it's time for something different. Maybe it's time for you to say, hey, you know what? Let me try something else here. So I want to make sure that you guys are all set. I want to make sure that you guys are all ready. Okay? So I'm not talking about everyone, but I'm talking about the majority of people there. Now also, traders, I also get this as well. All right? There are people that will say, oh no, this guy makes money, this guy makes money, this guy makes money. Some people do. But I will tell you the majority of people are just paper trading. They're just fake trading. Guys, I've been in the game for a very long time. It's not very tough to post an Instagram video of you like this. And then you show like $1 million on just like some fake platform. Like, do you know how simple that is? Let me ask you a question. Does anyone else you know live trade in front of you? Does anyone else you know shows their P&L while live trading on stream? Is there anyone else you know that literally sees entering and exiting in real time? Not hiding behind a screen, not just randomly saying, oh, I made $1 million, not posting it on Instagram, but not actually showing it in real time. Why don't they? It's not real. It's fake. It's Fugazi. If they are not live streaming it, it's not real. If they are not showing you the P&L in real time, it's not real. If they are not logging into their broker statements, it's not real. Don't fall for the fake. Now again, as I said, that does not apply to everyone. There are some legitimate people out there. There are some legitimate traders out there. There are some real dudes out there and real gals. But it's a lot of fakeness. Same exact thing with like the fitness world on Instagram. Everywhere you go, everyone's absolutely jacked. Just because again, everyone's pumping a whole bunch of gear in them, right? So, guys, I'll tell you right now, I know for a fact, like I literally know for a fact, some of the biggest names, I probably know again, 40% of them that literally paper trade, that literally are just say, please don't tell anyone. Please don't tell anyone. Right? Like there's a whole world out there, traders, a whole bunch of fake traders. Please don't tell them. Don't tell them. You'd be shocked. You'd be shocked if I told you again some names. But hey, maybe I'm getting a little too into it today. I'm getting a little too crazy onto it today. Hey, you know what? I'm just gonna keep doing me. I'm gonna keep staying transparent. I'm gonna keep staying credible. I'm gonna keep showing my P&Ls. I'm gonna keep doing it all live. I'm gonna keep doing it in person. I'm just gonna keep doing me. I'm gonna keep doing me, guys. I'm gonna keep again growing my accounts. Keep doing my small account challenges. Keep again helping you guys on out in real time, in person here. I don't know. Should I name drop a couple people? Should I name drop a couple people that again, every single person here would know that again is fake trading? I don't know if I want to go through that drama. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to go through that drama. The amount of things that would stir on up. Can't do it today. Not today. We'll leave it for another day. We'll leave it for a day that again, maybe again the buttons are being pushed. Maybe again for a day that I just can't take it anymore. Maybe for one of those days. We'll let it go for now. LIPO, SBET, RLMD, CJMBP, LQDT. So traders, a lot of these plays now are starting to get a little bit weaker. LIPO still the best play. SBET starting to get a little weaker. CJ, MPQ, NTM. Woo! Woo! All right, we got to get back towards it here, traders. So, Deck, is there anything that we need to be pulling the trigger on? Nothing that we already gone over. Nothing that we haven't talked about yet today with everything that we have at this time with all of these plays. CNBC at this time, what is this? LE beats on earnings, even as weight loss diabetes drug sales fell short. Zepbound. Amazon set to pass Walmart in revenue for the first time ever. Ooh. Trump tax cuts are stuck in the mud as Republicans split over spending. Eli Lilly to release late-stage data on weight loss. Stocks that moving the biggest in pre-market: Ford, Lilly, Honeywell, ARM Holdings. Guys, a little sign up. Truck people out here. What's a better company? A Ford? A Ram? A Toyota? What would you guys get? What's the best truck to buy? A Ford, a Ram, a Toyota, a Chevy? I'll tell you right now, I drive a Toyota Tacoma, a Takayota. I love that truck. That truck has never given me problems whatsoever, and I ride that thing hard. A little lifted, put some big mud tires on that thing. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get off the taco train. So Treem, right now it's 9:17 in the market. Let's see here. Let's go back over to our top gainers on the day. Top gainers on the day. Switch this on out. Turning off the float. Giving all the answers right now. Float turning off. Switching this on out to change percentage right here. And let's see where our buying volume is going to be taking us. Number one, LIPO. LIPO right here. Already went over it. FDA approval, right? We know that's one of the best plays out there. This stock has been very consistent. RLMD guys, up 36%, acquires potential therapy for Tourette syndrome. So again, purchases a phase 2 ready treatment. Now traders, whenever you, acquires has been doing very well. When you acquire another company, you're gaining their assets, you're gaining their employees, you're gaining all their revenue streams. Your company is now growing. Your company is now becoming bigger, okay? So the thing is, these plays right here, I want you guys to realize when you are acquired, you get acquired at a certain price. You go to that price. When you acquire other companies, your company can just keep going higher and higher and higher. Does that make sense? So for instance, AMPS is going to be acquired. They get acquired at $5 per share. They are going to be sitting AMPS at $5 per share all day, right? That's just the way it's going to work. RLMD right here, was that the stock I'm thinking of? RLMD is going to acquire another company, which means it doesn't have a set price. It could keep on going upwards today. CGAMB traders right here, this was a new IPO play today. New IPO stock again opened on up, shot out of the gates, and just came right back on down. The thing is with new IPOs, there is no past chart history. There is nothing that can slow this play on down once it starts getting fire in on off. But CJMB spiked on up, just came crashing right back on down. No reason to get involved in that play. To be frank with you, it really is just LIPO. The only other thing I would watch other than LIPO, the only other thing that I would watch other than LIPO today would be previous top gainers. Traders, I wrote out a list earlier of all the previous top gainers that I think everyone should watch. This is the list right here. I'll repost it over in chat. And that list right here is going to be what? Is going to be CPIX. CPIX is that list. Notice, Tuesday, top gainer. Wednesday, top gainer. Still trying to get some hype right now, right? That was CPIX, that was yesterday. IVVD spiked on up over on Monday. Tuesday kind of sat still. Wednesday it went on a spike. Now again today, we're having another gap up. Then on top of that, we also have QNTM. QMTM came out with positive results on Tuesday. Wednesday, it spiked on up, and now again, they came out with the same positive results they already came on out. They came out with the positive results again, and the stock again is trying to spike itself on up. So we have again QNTM trying to get a little hype, IVVD, CPIX, and then it comes on down to LIPO. LIPO, if you're asking Dek, what has been the absolute best area to get filled on this play time in and time again? You guys know this answer, right? Where is it at? It is all about that VWAP. The VWAP area that has been consistent bouncing. VWAP bounce right here. VWAP bounce right here. And then the next area would be that VWAP bounce for those that are interested on it. That would be, again, the next area that you guys can come on out, make some money, make some profits, and be able to make some good money. So bounce, bounce, bounce. Looking for, again, that area of that bounce. Remember, traders, I know it's very hard. It's very hard to trust your mind in the sense that when you see a big time spike, you say, Dek, it's spiking on up, I want to buy it. But then you buy it, then you get a pullback. This is where you get out, but that's where the dip buy is. Then the stock starts spiking on up, you say, Dek, it's spiking, I want to buy it. But then again, it comes crashing on down and then gets the dip buy. There's two ways to be a stock trader in the market. Two ways, guys. And this is the very simple, easy answer for every single person. There's going to be a difference. And I'm sure every single new trader has gone through this before, because nearly every single new trader does. When you are a new trader in the market, all you do is buy whatever has already spiked. When you are a new trader in the market, you see a stock rip and run and you pull the trigger right here just to see it dump on you and you get out down here. Then you say, oh man, I just lost all my money. And then the stock starts going on a very big spike, very big rip, very big run. You say, man, I should have kept on holding. Why did I get out of the play? And then you end up buying somewhere up here. But then the stock comes down here and then you get out and you say, this is so frustrating. Every single time I buy a stock, it does opposite of what I want. I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm moving on. Then again, the stock starts moving on up and you start creeping it. You keep side-eyeing it. And you start saying to yourself, okay, I said I wasn't going to buy the play again. But you know what? I know this play is spiking. It's going crazy. It's going higher and higher and higher. I can't help it. This play is insane right now. I can't believe I'm missing out on it. Dek, I'm jumping in on it. And then the moment you jump in on it, it comes crashing all the way back down right here. And you say, this is enough. I give up. Stock trading is stupid, just to see it spike back on up. A raise of hands. Like this video right now if you are a person who has ever gone through that before. If you are a person that sees a stock spiking, you buy it at the top, it dumps on down, you get out, it goes opposite. Have you ever said to yourself as a trader, I think people are watching me. I think people are doing exactly opposite of what I'm doing. If you want to make money, do opposite of what I do. Has anyone ever said that to themselves before? No matter what I do, the stock market just does opposite of what I do. This is your answer. This is your answer right here. It's because every single time you see a stock spike on up, you allow it to spike. You have to be proven it's a good play, and now you say it's a good stock, I can't wait to buy. But that's after it already spikes 10, 20%, so profit taking comes on in. You want to know the very easy way to be able to just settle this? Is just become a dip buyer. Notice the VWAP. The VWAP, the volume weighted average price, is the absolute best area to get filled time and time again. So what do you guys realize? Stock goes on a very big spike, buy at the black line, buy at the VWAP. Then again, stock goes on a very big spike, buy at the VWAP. And you know what? If you miss these areas, no big deal. Buy at the VWAP, right? In the next area, buy at the VWAP. If you bought at the VWAP, you'd win. VWAP, you have all this money, you win. VWAP, you win. It's a much easier, stress-free game if you look for all the top gainers and you wait for VWAP dips and VWAP bounces and dip buys in general and past chart history pattern dip buys and natural support dip buys, rather than always being a person looking for a breakout. Traders, the person that's always looking for the breakout is the chaotic, crazy person that will win 1 out of 30 times, but just tell everyone how they won one time, right? Oh, you didn't nail the big breakout? You didn't nail the big breakout? And it's like, dude, didn't you lose 29 times in a row, right? And they're like, shh, don't tell anyone that. The thing is, if you want to be consistent, you can always just look for dip buys instead, because guess what, traders? You want to know a crazy secret that a lot of people don't realize and a lot of people don't know? If a stock goes from, let's say right here, stock goes from $5 and moves up to $6. You can make a total of, let's say, $1,000. But you can also go from $6 and go up to $7 off a dip buy, and you will still make $1,000. The thing is, it doesn't matter if you're buying for the break of the high of the day or you're buying off a dip. If a stock moves $1, you get paid the same if it was a breakout or if it was a dip buy. $1 move is still $1 move. You're still going to be making the same amount of money. So why not get it filled at the best area of support, at the best area for a dip, the best area for the stock to move on up, rather than you saying, the stock is spiking, I'm missing on out, everyone's jumping in on this play except for me. Then you jump in on it and you lose every single time, right? Let's start thinking about these things a little bit better. Let's start thinking about these things a little bit smoother. So next dip buy would be back down towards this area. Does that make sense, everyone? So I know, I gotcha. Want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to get after it. 925 in the market, though, at this time. Plays are getting a little bit of fading on down. It is, again, our Thursday morning, traders. We are getting ourselves ready to go for what? The small account challenge, baby. Small account challenge right around the corner. And obviously, we are so fired on up for that. We are so excited for that. That is coming on up on Wednesday. We are going to be turning. Not again, maybe we're going to be turning. Not only, maybe if things work out, we're going to be turning. No, none of that. We are going to be getting after it. We are going to be, again, trading our hearts out. And we are getting ourselves a $5,000 account. Looking to be able to bring this thing on up to $25,000. And for the first time ever, if we do not have the majority of the chat room break $25,000 with us, it's not a success. I don't care if I turn this account from $5,000 to $50,000. If you don't get above $25,000, it's not a success. Because the thing is, I've been doing this now for the last 10 years. You may have been doing it for the last 6 months. You may have been doing it for the last year. You have now been the person that wants to be able to step on up. Sure, everyone knows. Everyone here says, oh yeah, Dek, he's a great trader. Dek, yeah, he knows how to trade. But that's not the point of being here. The point of being here is for you to make money. The point of being here is for you to be able to become a full-time stock trader. The point of being here is for you to turn a small account into a large account. So next Wednesday, we're getting after it. $5,000 account, getting ourselves ready to rock and roll, getting ourselves after it. Make sure you guys are prepared. Make sure you guys are ready. Make sure you guys are ready to get after it, trader. That's all I could ask. That's all I could say right here. All right? So every person, I need you guys to be dialed in. Every single person, I need you guys to be pumped on up. And every single person, I need you guys to get ready to make this money. Traders, I know I've already posted a few times. I'm going to post it again. If you are joining us for the small account challenge, get on over here on tradecaster.com. Go ahead, click buy now, and type in the word small. If you type in the word small, you will get a 20% discount to join us for the small account challenge. So this is going to be a live promo for every single person so that you guys can go ahead and type in the word small for 20% off. All right, awesome, guys. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Let's get ready to get after it. But that's going to be something that's going to be absolutely huge for us, for every single trader. LIPO, SBET. See where this momentum's going to take us. CJMB, QNTM, APPS. I just kind of want to see how this day's going to start on off. I want to see how this day's going to start on off. I'm going to be very transparent right here, guys. Very honest with you. If I don't see anything I really like, I'm not trading today. If I don't see anything I really like, I'm just going to wrap it on up. And the thing is, it's just, I'm not going to put you into a position, myself into a position that I just don't like. So if there's nothing good here today, I'm again just wrapping it on up on the day. As always, I always want to put in at least minimum 2.5 hours of streaming. That's my minimum. Again, we start streaming this morning at 7 a.m., 6:45. How long has it said I've been live over on YouTube right now? Started going live at 6:50 a.m. So yeah, I mean, we're already at 2 hours and 20 minutes. So again, every single morning I start the live stream off at 6:50 a.m. just because I want to be trading in pre-market. I want to be talking. I want to be helping. I want to be making sure that you guys are good to go. I mean, that's the way it gets after. I mean, we got to start off our day on a bang. I want to be able to have you guys wake on up, roll out of bed, and hear my voice. I want you guys to be able to wake on up, and again, you think I'm laying right next to you in the mattress. I want you guys to be able to say, oh man, I can't start my day without Dek. Hey, don't worry. I'm here. Let's get after it. We'll get Claire over here, right? We'll get Enrique over here. We'll get some omelets going. What's today? It's Thursday? It's Thursday, isn't it? Guys, it's Margarita Thursday. Can everyone type in the chat room right now? Just so, again, Enrique knows. Would you guys like an original, a strawberry, or a mango Baja Blast margarita? So, again, we'll pass them around to everyone over in the chat room. Make sure that you guys are all good. Yeah. Start whipping up about 2,000. 2,000 of them. Probably 1,000 original, 600 mango, and probably 400 Baja Blasts. Yeah, we'll get, yep. Yeah. Claire, can you go to Publix? Claire, can you go to the store? Yeah, help out Enrique. Yeah, stop looking up your bachelorette trips and go help out Enrique. Thank you. So traders, let's see what we got. It's 9:30 in the market right now. Let's see what we have. Let's see. LIPO here. SBET, QNTM, previous top gainer. QNTM, top gainer up towards around $12. LIPO trying to squeeze and spike. SBET. Let's see again what comes on up on the high of the day momentum scanner. Number one play right here at PDYN. PDYN, number one play at this moment. Getting a little bit of hype and a little bit of action. PDYN. Also, here comes a couple of LIPOs. PDYN, little bit of a pop. Stock went from 915 to 960. We also have LIPO right now trying to get a little bit of popping and movement. Guys, PDYN, where's the next strong resistance line? $10. But if you look at past chart history pattern, it actually looks a little bit above $10. Look at all these upper shadows over here. Here's 1030. Here's 1040. Here's 1050. Here's 1027. There's going to be a lot of resistance in the 1025 to 1050 range. PDYN, watch for about another 30 cents if you guys are looking for a quick trade. 30 cents you guys have left over on that one. PDYN, a little bit of a pop, a little bit of a move, a little bit of a spike. CJMB, guys, CJMB just got halted to the upside. Please, again, mark this one down right now as the gamble of the day. CJMB, for anyone who does not know, was a new IPO stock that went from, excuse me, $4 and spiked all the way up towards $10. Went from $4 to $10 or $4 to $11, about a $7 spike. Pretty nuts, pretty insane, right, guys? But the stock faded, started falling back on down. And now it's now it's halted on the upside. QNTM, also previous top gainer. The CEO this morning did something not sleazy, but just used strategy. The CEO is a stockholder, a shareholder. He gets paid more when the stock goes on up. QNTM right here, traders, had news. The news that came on out on QNTM was right here. This was over on Tuesday. Says that they had successful clinical trials. Today, he just basically put out a press release to just remind everyone, hey guys, do you guys remember? We had positive, successful trials. So all he's doing today is re-putting out the same press release they put out on Tuesday to try to keep QNTM going up even higher. Guys, if I was a QNTM CEO shareholder with 1 million shares and the stock went from $3 to $5 and it went from $5 to $10 and it went from $10 to $12, guys, the CEO right now is probably making millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. So the thing is, guess what? He's probably going to say, hey, let's put out that press release again and see if it's going to keep on going. But I will say, and this is just something I noticed, when you put out the same press release that you put out earlier in the week, people start catching on. And it usually will lead to this day being in the red. I'm not saying it can't spike to $13 first, but 90% of the time, it will lead to this day being a red day. From where it opened. From where it opened. So again, we're going to keep our eyes peeled on this one. LIPO, a little bit of a fade and drop. SBET, no. UGRO, RNAZ, CAPT. How's SPY looking? S&P 500 a little bit. NPT still sitting right here. BWXT, not too much right there. I'm just jumping around a little bit, looking at some long-term plays, looking to see what we have at this moment. Amazon earnings tonight. So a little heads on up for everyone. Amazon, we do have earnings tonight. PCLA still watching. RJ Deck, what do you have in your long-term portfolio right now? Long-term portfolio, I have nuclear stock, BWXT. So again, if you want to take a look at these, long-term portfolio, I have nuclear stock, BWXT. I have NVT, which has to do with data center cooling, long-term play. I have CNM, which has to do with water cooling for data centers, CNM. And I also have Nike, which I've been holding on to. But the thing is, traders, remember, I got in on all these plays before that DeepSeek news came on out, right? Like NVT is, again, data cooling center. I still like this play a lot, but at the same time, ever since DeepSeek news came on out, the stock has fallen a little bit. Same exact thing with BWXT. Same exact thing with CNM. So it's like, I'm asking myself, do I want to continue to hold on to these plays, or again, get out of these plays and just, start something new, start something fresh? Because I need to, the thing is, over time, they'll all be winners. Over time, just like if you hold Apple, they're all going to win eventually, right? But at the same time, it just, I don't like being in the short-term pullbacks. I don't like it. SPET, a little bit of a grind here. LIPO, notice where's the bounce play? Right off the VWAP. So LIPO traders, didn't we just talk about this in pre-market? What did we talk about in pre-market? Stop being the person that buys in at 731. Stop being the person that buys in at the very top. Start being the person that's buying in at 590. I know you guys just heard the lesson, the whole entire lesson that I just went over, but still, there are still people that buy in at 730. There are still people that say, Deck, I just heard you say the whole entire lesson about buying on dip buys instead of at the top, and I still just bought it at 730. Again, I get it takes time, it takes practice, and it's hard to face your emotions. It's hard to face again that urge, right? So it's not easy. But a lot of these plays are starting to drop here a little bit more. A lot of plays are starting to get a little bit weaker here. Again, I want to see really quickly, where's Bitcoin at? Anything going on with Bitcoin? Bitcoin back underneath 100,000. Bitcoin's been hovering at 100,000 for about the past 1 month. 1 month broke 100,000, up to 108 or 105, 107, 105, 105, back on down towards 92,000, back up towards 98,000. It's definitely been having some trouble right around 100,000. Definitely been having some issues right around 100,000. RNAS. Look at RNAS, guys. This is a stock that got pumped up this morning, dumped back on down. I will tell you right now, most likely the same exact thing's going to happen. Spike on up, dump on down. Wealth Builder, Deck, will you be running the small account challenge for 2 months or 3 months? It could be 1 week, as long as we get above the PDT rule and everyone else that gets above it with me. So the thing is, I have zero intention, zero plans on stopping anything with the small account challenge until we all get above the 25K mark. So that's the way it's going to work, guys. I'm doing it live, alerting it in front of you, doing it all together. Next Wednesday, small account challenge. Okay? Until we get over 25K. Once we break 25K, we're good. But we are doing it until we get above 25K together. RNAS, a little bit of a pop here. RNAS, a little bit of a squeeze, a little bit of move right here, traders. A little bit of action. Traders, I do want to open up the floor. Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys need from me at all? I'm more than happy to help. I want to help you guys on out. Looking forward to it. So please, again, hit me on up if you guys do have any questions. Arnaz is trying to get most of the volume at this moment. Little side note for anyone that's going to be in New York this weekend. I will be in New York. I'm actually going to the Rangers game on Friday. So again, bringing some friends on out. We're going to the Rangers game on Friday. If anyone is a hockey fan, I will be there. So if you guys bump into me, I look forward to it. What will be the starting balance for the small account challenge? 5,000. So 5,000 bucks next Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be very blunt with you right now. Right now at this moment, team, I'm not really liking this. I'm not really liking this market. I'm not really liking, I feel like I'm going to put myself in a bad position. I feel like I'm going to put myself in a trade that's just not going to work on out. And I feel like I'm going to gamble only because I'm on stream. Not the way I want to trade here today. I know, again, it's not something I do very often, but I think for myself, I kind of want to call it here. Kind of want to call it here at this moment. Want to take a little bit of a step back. Say to myself, hey, don't put these people into a position that they wouldn't want to be in. Don't put yourself in a position just because people want you to trade. Wait for, again, good opportunities. Wait for good trades. Wait for stocks that are going to be able to come on up, that are going to make everyone money. Last thing you want to do is, again, ruin your account, ruin other people's accounts. I'm not seeing market conditions I like. I'm not seeing great hype. I'm not seeing great momentum. Traders, ladies and gentlemen, I have no problem, again, being able to pull the trigger. No problem, again, staying disciplined. I think, honestly, for myself here this morning, I'm going to take a little bit of time, chill, relax, recharge the batteries here a little bit, and get ourselves going for a little bit more action in the future. But I just do not want to put myself in positions like RNAZ, which I know are going to fall, or LIPO that I know is going to fall. QNTM trying to get a little bit of a spike right here, but I think that play I can almost guarantee is going to finish back into the red. Because, again, it's the same press release we already saw on Tuesday. But traders will try to squeeze up one random play. There will be one lucky winner. And most likely, as you guys can see, what plays are getting squeezed? Under 1 million in float. Under 1 million in float. Under 1 million in float. The stocks that are the lowest float stocks are the stocks that are always going to be the easiest to manipulate. The stocks that you only need 20 friends, 50 friends, 100 friends to all buy at the same time to try to manipulate it, to try to get other people to buy. So notice how the top gainers are always low float stocks here. So I do want to open up the floor right here one final time. Does anyone have any final questions, comments, or concerns for me? Always happy to help you guys on out with anything you guys need. As always, guys, I will always be live. I know we kind of like changed the schedule over like the last 6 months. Over the last 6 months, I used to start going live at like 9 a.m. That's like when I used to start going live. And I would go from like 9 a.m. to about like 11 a.m. But we kind of switched things on up a little bit more. Now, again, we've been going live at 6:50 in the morning and going live till about 10:30 every single day. Can I ask you guys a question? Because I only do this for you. I literally stream for you guys. What do you guys like better? Do you guys like when I go live at 9 o'clock and try to stream till about 11:30? Or do you guys like when I go live at 6:50 and stream till about 10:45, 10:30? What do you guys like better? If I can hear some feedback from you so I can, gauge it better as well. Do you like the 6:50 a.m. wake up call? Or do you like when I go live at 9 a.m. wake up call? So going through here right now, earlier is better, 6:50, 6:50. Early, 6:50, 6:50, 6:50. So is there anyone here that likes it better when I do 9 a.m.? I don't see one person that says that we like 9 a.m. better. So, hey, traders, I'm happy again we switched over to the schedule. I'm happy we switched over to this then. I'm happy that, again, the 650 club. Maybe we should add something like that, the 650 club. The 650 club, guys, should we trademark that? And what's the 650 club? 650 Club is the traders waking on up right before the 7 a.m. press releases come on out. Traders waking up, trading in pre-market. I feel like I should order 100 leather jackets that say 650 Club on the back. So I like it. I like it, guys. Hey, 650 Club. You guys already know. I'll be back live tomorrow, as always. Getting ready to get after it. Keeping it going. I love you, traders. I love you guys so much. You guys are an absolute blessing. I truly mean that. I love being here. I love having fun. I appreciate all your endless support. And I hope to see every single one of you guys getting ready for the small account challenge on Wednesday. We got a few more days of going live before Wednesday. Get ready to rock and roll. Obviously, we will only be live on Tradecaster for the small account challenge. So make sure you guys come on over here. Type in the word small for, again, the promo code for 20% off. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy it. Have a good one. And I will see everyone back here tomorrow. Kind of just need to take a little bit of a morning, recharge the batteries. Don't want to see anyone put themselves in bad positions. Scanners are up, and I'll put them up for you guys over in Tradecaster. Other than that, I love you guys. 650 Club. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, let's turn it up with a little bit of heat, though. Let's get ourselves going right here. Let's get ourselves ready to rock and roll, and help me end this thing on off in a strong note. You guys know it. Help me wrap it on up in 3, 2, 1.
Get a little VI, keep it down on the low key. She know how it feels. I saw her shorty, she was checking up on me. From the game, she was spitting in my ear. You would think that she knew me. Decided to cheat. Conversation got